Hello, hello. We're here for Touhou 12. We're going to be talking about, we did this a bit with Dodonpachi before. We're just going to be deep diving into the route for this game because this shit is way more complicated, way more complicated than all the other games we've done so far from like 6 to 12. So we're going to be going into that pretty hard. It'll be just like the Dodonpachi one. We're going to go through bit by bit, explaining why and how you do everything, all the little things. If you're here watching this after stream, I'll probably put like I'll put a timestamp to whenever stage 1 starts. At the beginning, we're just gonna be talking about the game in general. And like mechanics and all that, so that's what we'll go for. What up, Fizzle? What up, Fudio? How are you guys doing? Ugh. Guys cooking up any cool runs? We're messing around with stuff. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing after this one. This one took me so long. I didn't have anything else planned for after this. We talked a bit at the start of the other Touhou 12 stream. The other Touhou 12 stream's going a bit over like the shot types a bit and kind of what we're doing. But here we're gonna go into like very specific mechanically how everything works, and I gotta do this shit before I forget because there's so many little things in this game. So going from like Touhou 6 to 12, 6 to 8, very straightforward. Getting the survival route is pretty much a case of just running through everything, just like being able to kill the enemies in time, having resources for the parts you want to out-resource. Gets more complicated here. You work on shmup endurance for Ketsui Amote. You got the loop cleared from 2-1 twice. But we're both scuffed with some hero dodging. They built that skill up. That's like hella a buildable skill. Getting the the endurance to go from like first loop to second, or just even like just going through the whole thing on like a hard run. If you clean up any areas where you do have any hero dodging, it gets a lot cleaner when you don't have to live for like 45 minutes doing hero dodges the whole time. Then it's just like a waiting room until you get the second really, and then waiting room until you get to the really nasty second loop stuff. That's it, Ketsui Amote. I haven't messed with that too much yet. I've only labbed out a couple of the stages in that, but not super hard. That one's really cool though. That's one I want to mess with some point. So this game here, I put it in the description. But Edamame, I've been wanting to copy their routes for forever. They're my favorite Touhou player. They have the best routes. I don't mean the best scoring routes or the best whatever. They have like all the best survival shit. Or just like everything in every mode. And have like, here's how we clear the game. We're not trying to no miss, no bomb or anything. Here's just how we clear it. Combined with like a bunch of no miss stuff in there as well. That's really good. And uses resources. That's what I want. I don't care about emulating no miss, no bomb shit. Because that's like dedicate enormous, massive amount of time. And super inconsistent. I'm up there knowing it's hard to lab the revenge bullets, a lot less static. Yeah, they're... You have to like, you can't ever like lab micros, ever. I'm like, everything that's labbed out has to be macros. Or like specific killing enemy timings. It's a bit easier in like Donpachi because you'd get like hard lines. It's not so bad. But this game, so 6 to 8, it was just live, put bombs in places you want to bomb. Yeah, edamame runs are like, they're like real runs. All the no miss, no bomb stuff, even like no bomb runs are crazy hard. The difference between just a clear and a no bomb clear is crazy. Because you have to deal with everything. The edamame runs, you don't have to deal with everything, they're pretty good. This one, this is the edamame run, is a no miss run. So we're going to be spending all of our resources, and it's designed so we'll have enough to be able to spend them all while also no missing the game. And I learned from, we did Touhou 11, where we used literally every life and every bomb in that route to try to make it easier, and any mistake killed the run instantly. You can also kill the run in this game pretty easily early on. However, got a bunch of lives to work with. There's a bunch of places where dying isn't so bad in this type of a route. We just try to commit to the no-miss route, and unless we make a UFO error, we're good. So we're going to talk a bunch about the UFOs, how they function, how you summon them, how they come up on here, and how they're going to apply. We use those a lot for survival. That's how we're getting all of our resources. That's how we pretty much reach like end of stage 4, end of stage 5 with like maxed out lives and bombs, while not like perfecting everything. We're just like bombing everything also. The thing is 6 to 8, dodging everything, cool. 10, we can start messing with resources. In Mountain of Faith, you can bomb everything, get your power back because your power is hooked to your bomb usage, and you get a lot of power back. So you just lapped out a bunch of bombs everywhere and only needed to lab out what you actually had to dodge. 11, bit harder, similar thing. You can lab out, like, abuse the power system. This game, the UFOs. So I was so stoked to get into this game because of the UFO mechanic. This is by far my favorite Touhou mechanic. It's slightly overtuned in difficulty though. It's easy to fuck up the UFOs. The thing is in this game, dying has some consequences, but it doesn't kill your run. Breaking your UFO routing, at least for this route specifically, will break it. So this is a bit of an intense route compared to all the other ones. The other ones I found, you go for this resource shit, you clear them pretty fast. Like Mountain of Faith took a few days. Like EOSD 6 game, that one took like a week, and that game's really hard. Just using your bombs and like resourcing out things, you don't have to lap that much in these if you're willing to blow the resources in the hard places. 7 didn't take that long. 8 took like a couple days. I've played that game before, so that's kind of cheating. 10 didn't take that long. Even though we were doing stupid shit in 11, that one didn't take that long. This game took almost as long as all those games combined. Maybe if you got rid of EOSD. Game took like a little over 2 weeks of labbing out. And just getting everything super, super tight. And I think we got to a good place in it. There was like a few things we're going to note when we go through here that could have been done a whole lot better. But for the most part, pretty happy with where this ended up. We have like shit tons of lives and bombs. The last step there. This good Ikaruga on easy, good shit. That shit is not easy, even on easy mode. That's a sick clear. Congratulations on that one. We're just messing with Touhou, messing with Ikaruga like yesterday. That game feels so good. So, let's talk about this route real quick. Look up there. That's our general philosophy. There's 2 philosophies I see in survival in this game. Either we just go full red, and generally we're just trying to play the game. We are playing the game, we're dodging the patterns, and then we just pick up reds. This is probably the least intensive route to learn, because you kind of just pick up the reds when they come in, and they're going to refill your life. You do the bosses how you can. You get hit, it's fine. You picked up a bunch of reds, you have a bunch of lives, and you try to make it through. You use all the bombs on your life, so you come back and you get 2 bombs back when you're back. That's one I've seen a bunch. However, you have to dodge the bosses. You actually have to do the bosses. That shit's scary. In this game, the boss difficulty is really high. Back when the Windows games were 6 to 12, this was like the king game of difficulty. It was like 11 was hard, but like fuck me, this game was at the top of difficulty. It's even right now like pretty goddamn hard. Like if you're doing shit like no misses or stuff, difficulties of these games change and everything. However, this game is still up there as like one of the hardest ones. And it's in that way a bunch of ways. This UFO stuff, oddly consistent, still really hard, really timing execution hard. We'll go into that. I basically was super excited to do this routing because if you route the UFOs correctly, they solve the stages for you. Lots of timing things. So I still like them as much as I thought I would, but they are very difficult compared to other games' stage routing, which I do like because I think Touhou games have weaker stage routing than something you'd see in like arcade games, since we're like fairly disconnected from the background. We're kind of just in air, just formations coming out. But this game, because of the UFO routing, it kind of solves all of that. It makes it super interesting. This game is by far the most interesting routing. So that first way of doing the strategy of just playing the game and picking up all reds and doing as best you can, that's when you see a lot. The other way, bomb UFOs are really strong. You get a lot of bombs if you go for the bomb UFOs. We'll talk about UFOs in a little bit. But our whole strategy is we're not gonna do easy stage routing. Even though this is survival, our stage routing, it's pretty hard, it's pretty mean, but it can be consistent. It takes a while to learn, but you can be consistent with it. The timings are the same. So if we do that correctly, you still have this at around second loop difficulty. It's so hard to gauge. This route, where would I put this? I think this is harder than Ikaruga normal. This is... it's like somewhere around Donpachi. Two-loop Donpachi. It's so hard to compare these games to arcade ones because the resource systems are so different. But the routing of this game felt like how I felt when I was routing like DDP second loop. Or really most of the second loops. That's the feel I got. When I was routing like Touhou 8, it felt like you were just murdering a first loop easier cave game or something. This shit, we don't have some of the problems the like cave Touhous come in with, some of the challenges they have, but the actual like moment-to-moment routing of this felt around there. It's probably easier or harder depending on how you jive with these because the UFOs are super tight. But we don't have like first loop, we don't have entrance requirements. It's fairly short. So it's so hard to compare. I got no clue, but the impression is this shit is hard, but very doable. And here's the kicker, so look up there. We are going full green. We are making these stages really fucking hard, but consistent. So they take a long time, but if we can do them, we get a freaking massive amount of resources. It's wild. Let me just pull up this real quick. Look at this is the replay that we did the other day. This was the last stream. This was our best clear. We got one clear where we had no resources remaining. We dumped them all in Byakuren, and then we had one clear where we like 5-lifed it. We had 5 lives left. So look at this right here. So we don't care what's on screen. Just look at the top right. This is our general resource accumulation throughout the game. This is end of stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, right now stage 4. End of stage 4 before the boss. Look how many resources we got. We have so many resources. Then look at end of stage 5. We're getting past boss here, stage 5, the red stage. Bam, look at, we ended there with this many resources. Surely we spend them, right? Let's look at Byakuren. I even fucked up here. I should have 2 bombs more than necessary. You'd basically be at like right here for Byakuren. So this route gives us all of the resources we need. Even way more than we need. Like I died like 3 times in this route in places where I wasn't expecting to die. Still ended off with 5 lives. We have shit tons of bombs, and this isn't hoarding bombs and keeping them for when we need them. This is, we are spending them very often in the stages. We're spending them on all of the bosses. The difficulty of this game is separated into the UFO routing difficulty and the dodging difficulty. Both of them are harder than any of the others in the series up to this point. So we need to nullify one of them. And Touhou patterns, they're mad random. You have to adapt, you have to grind them a bunch so you get a good feel for what you can and can't do. The UFO routing is static. Super, super static. So our strategy is, even though the stages are going to be really hard because of what we're doing here, it's static. Once we've learned it, it should carry us to the bosses, and then we bomb the shit out of the bosses and don't have to deal with the hard patterns. So that's the entire strategy here, and since this is Edamame's route, which is going for a no-miss, we don't even need to sack lives or anything. We are just blowing all of our bombs. We're building up more than enough bombs to blow them all on all of the bosses. So this is a very weird route, in that the execution is hard on the stages. Bosses, dodging, never heard of it. We don't have to do that shit. So that's kind of how this route's gonna go. We're gonna talk about kind of the mechanics on this game. So, big thing I worried about. These UFOs, are they static? You know what, before we talk about UFOs, let's talk about what type of ships you can pick. Let me get the practice going. I'll just pick easy and bump up our damage a bunch. You can see what these are kind of like at a full. Alright, we got 3 characters. We got Sane for the first time. She's pretty much good in almost everything, except for like 10 desires. Reimu, tiny ass hitbox. We have our standard Reimu that you expect from everything. We have a straight shot. It does a shit ton of damage. Reimu A is very, very popular. Does a lot of damage on the bosses. You have very controlled killing of the UFO carriers, so they spawn when you want them to. It's kind of like playing a DDP type A, but the damage is the big bonus of that. Here, it looks like this. If you played Subterranean Animism, the game before this, it's very similar to that one, except we can't warp on the sides of the screens. It's just we have lots of damage, straight shot. Exactly what you expect. The bombs are really important in this game. Look at this one. We can move while the bomb is going, and the bomb lasts a fairly decent while. That's important. This is not the best bomb for the stages because we're slower movement, which it hasn't been a big deal yet. It is a huge deal in this game because look at that UFO. Oftentimes we want to use the bombs for specific setups to grab the UFOs. So not being stuck in place in your bomb is really important. So A, good damage, tiny hitbox, bomb kind of slows you down. This is the homing shot. It homes kind of weird. This is a decent shot. Not very common. Wouldn't recommend this one. The bomb, however, you can move during it. That's a big deal. We don't really care for that one. So still, Reimu A is king right now. Let's check out the other ones. Marissa A, this is the one I thought about using for a little bit. It's your piercing here, and you have fast speed. It's easy to get in the stages where you want to get to. And you got really good damage, and the laser's piercing, which comes up often because whenever you summon UFOs in this game, I'll just summon one right now. There's like a blue one we could summon right here. We'll wait for that to be blue. It's right after red. Sometimes enemies could be behind them. And if they're behind them, our laser goes through. So that's oddly useful. The piercing's pretty good in this. And just hitting like lines of shit. And lots of damage. Big hitbox. For some reason, in 10 through 12, Marissa has a giant ass. It's very big. Hitbox is not good. And the bomb. It's your Master Spark. It's really strong. However, we can't really move. That hasn't mattered really till now, but it really matters in this game. There's another edamame route of clearing the game with Marissa. It's a very good route, but it is... You sacrifice being able to use bombs to help with UFOs. That's like a really big thing we want and we don't have. That's the only thing that stopped me from picking this shot type. Otherwise, I was on board with Marissa A. So very viable. Need extra tight stages because you cannot use the bombs to help you. This is the coolest shot. That's also the most dog shit shot. Just does no damage. Cool though. Feels like a subterranean animism shot. Can move during the bomb. We have at least have that. But otherwise, I think it's the worst shot. Sane, new character now. Now we have Sane. She was like the stage 5 boss. They do that a lot. They like taking the somewhat human characters back. Y'all hear that Cave is back. I saw the DFK, the new DFK they're making. We're still in the main menu. We'll turn on the stage theme once we're into the routing. Yeah, I saw that. They said they're adding new stage and stuff. I'd be interested in all the changes they do in it. It's weird that they did DFK. I'll take it, though. I know everybody's going to be asking for, like, SDOJ and stuff. Anyway, here's Sane. I don't think it's as fat as a hitbox as Marissa. She is very good. I've seen routes of both of these. I don't know too much about this one. This is the snake shot. You shoot straight, and then whenever an enemy reaches horizontally, your lasers go hit. It's like pseudo-homing. Yeah, it's a big deal cave-wise for them to bring other stuff in. Like, if they can bring shit that we haven't had, like if they have a Futari port, if they have a SDOJ port, what's some other shit? Ibarra, Mushi Pork, Pink Sweets. They probably do the less Yagawa ones before then, but like there's a lot of shit they could do. I guess DFK is them like sticking their toes in the water. As a mainline Dodonpachi. They bring like, I don't know. It'll be interesting. But Sane, I saw there's a Japanese guide video going over both of these. We're not doing the route even for the shot type we're going to use, but I think it's pretty good. It's not a no miss though. Yeah, Ibarra and Gluta stuck on PS2. DDP, you're stuck with emulation or like Mister pretty much. This one, it's probably good, but I'm not too familiar with it. Or you guys read Cave News. It's just popping in, somebody will like post in Discord or something. Or like a pop a tweet or something. Now, Sane B. This is the GOAT shot type. This shot type is so good. It's so good. So if you look up runs of this game, you are finding Marissa A, or you are finding Sane B. Or not Marissa A. Reimu A, the straight shot, or Sane B. Why is that the case? Because you have so much goddamn coverage. You have so much coverage with this spread. It's AoE, so even if stuff hides behind your UFOs, you'll hit stuff behind it. The AoE in general helps. It's a point-blanking shot. You can go up to things and point-blank with it, and stuff fucking dies. A-Fan Discord. There's stuff like the Shmup Junkie Discord, the Rev Discord. Yo, what up, Pearl? Frog. Do you know, is there a single game where the frog shot is not good? I don't remember what she has in 10 Desires. So maybe the frog shit in 10 Desires. But basically, we have the bonus of your wide shot, of hitting everything and having a shit ton of coverage. We have the bonus of we can shotgun and do shit tons of damage to things. 10 Desires is not frog. Okay, gotcha. Did they use the Kaneko snakes? They got scared because this shit was too powerful. Here's another big boon. You've noticed like Reimu A, Marissa A, pretty good. Held down by their bombs, you not being able to move. Look at this. This bomb we can move on. And not only can we move completely with this bomb, but we can shoot during it too. Which means that we can run up and point blank things. This is why we're going to delete every boss in the game. If SDOJ is playable without lots of input lag or EXA, yeah, dude, it's so bad. Like a new Shmup meme came out, it's like cut off a frame, so it's seen a bit better. It'd be cool to mess with like Expert now that's not horrifically laggy. But basically, Sane B's the GOAT. So every run you see, Reimu A, big damage, this one's common. Sane B, huge coverage, big damage, good bomb. Both of these are the king, and we're going to be doing Sane B. I love this shit. I love shotgunning. I love wide shot. I love bombs. This shit has everything you want in this game. And then the other alternative is like if you're willing to sacrifice your ability to pick up UFOs with your bomb, then Marissa A is shockingly not the worst, but it is harder. For that reason and the bigger hitbox. Things like that. You don't want a new SDOJ port, you'd find a new excuse to not play it. You don't need a new excuse to not play anything. There's too many games. There's too many games. That's already enough of the excuse for everything. So let's talk UFOs yet. I didn't really talk about them too much in the last stream, so we'll go into nitty-gritty of them. So just assuming you know nothing about UFOs, I'm going to go in right here. We'll show you how they work. Look at this bottom left corner. We have 3 spots for UFOs. These enemies, they drop power-ups. They don't have like an icon above their head. You see this? They have UFO icons, these big enemies. There are two kinds of UFOs that drop. You see, they have ones that aren't flashing and they have ones that are flashing. These flashing ones are going to rotate in a consistent order. It's not like right in our Touhou plan where they can randomly like pop in and then instantly switch. They are on a consistent timing the moment they pop out. They're very consistent, the exact color that drops and everything. We need 3 of them to build resources. Instead of things dropping like heart pieces or whatever, it's all on the UFOs. Let's look at this here. You see this one that's flashing? If you stay by it, then it won't change color. This is really important. So what happens when you pick these up? So they don't do anything when we pick them up. However, if we pick up 3 of them, look, we pick up 3 red. Now we have this UFO here. It's got a timer. If we kill it right now, which will be really hard because the shot is so good, let's try killing it without it reaching the limit. If we kill it without that bar around it filling up, we get a heart piece. We need 3 heart pieces to build us a life. So that builds them really slowly. We got to build 3 UFOs for a life. That's kind of a lot. However, these UFOs suck up all of the power-ups in this game. So let's pick up another red UFO again. I'll turn up the game volume a little bit so we can hear the sounds of the UFO and shit. We're picking easy so I could demonstrate how these mechanics work, and then we'll go into how these apply in the Lunatic mode. So we got these 2 here. We're going to build a red. So that one's blue. We got to wait a bit. It'll go green, and then it'll turn red. Now we need 1 more red. That's going to spawn our UFO. And look at all of these pieces around. So those power-ups, they're going to get absorbed, and look at this gauge around it. We are trying to, before the timer runs out, we're trying to fill up the UFO. And if we pop the UFO, we get 1 flashing UFO. So it kind of replaces one of the pieces we used, and an additional heart piece. So we double up our resources if we have a route around making sure that we can always fill those up and we always kill them before they run away. Now, the UFOs themselves, they have a pretty big hitbox. It's pretty easy to hit them, but they have some... You can manipulate how they move. So, like, we're going to pick up another red one. I could probably make this easier. I'll just set us to have 2 reds so I build it right away. But for right now, look at this. After a certain period of time, they're going to track where we are. I'm over here on this side. It's going to track over there. I'm not actually sure if it moves a second time. I think it just moves the 1 time. See there? It moves the 1 time. So, a few times, we might want to route where we want to put it, so that we can make sure that where its items drop are where we want it to, or like it's in a good spot where we can hit it or wherever. Here's the other thing. So I thought this shit would be super adaptive. I thought we would be needing to adapt to which UFOs are popping in when and what color and whatever. No, this shit is static. Look, the very first UFO you drop on a stage is going to the left. The second UFO that drops will be going to the right. Super, super consistent, and as long as you're killing the same amount, so the last one was to the left, you see this UFO carrier, it's going to the right. And each UFO carrier is going to drop the exact same one they're supposed to. So that one's going to be a flashing one starting from red, always going to the bottom right. So we can route exactly when the UFOs, we kill them at whatever time we want them to. So we always know where this UFO is going to be. We always know when it's going to switch colors. We always know and can plan for, okay, it's going to be green at this point, and we can pick it up there. So this goes from being like an adaptive game where we need to react to the UFOs, and it becomes a complete planning game where we need to plan all of these UFO kills so that they are where we want them to be at all times. And if we do so, the other benefit of the UFOs, aside from just simply giving us the resources, is that when we initially... We're going to give us some UFOs right away, so this will be easier to showcase. When we initially pop a UFO, it's going to delete everything in the middle of the screen bullet-wise. So look at this. We're on easy mode, so there's not going to be too much to delete, but look at this kind of radius here. Bam, you see all those bullets, that big fairy shot? They all got disappeared. They all got canceled by this one here. And when we do kill the UFO, let's just wait for some amount of bullets. Full screen clear. And if we filled up the items, it's dropping one of these. That's super important. So killing it when we want it to is going to give us a cancel for survival. It's going to give us this next one when we want it to. So we want to make sure we have these timed when we want. And we can nullify hard sections, building us a bunch of resources, and we effectively, for our UFO, get 2 cancels. We get the putting the UFO out there, and we get, when we pop the UFO, we get a screen cancel. This is why our UFO routing is so important. So not only do we keep our resources where we want them to be, but our bottom right, our bottom left UFOs, we need those to be where we want them to because we're going to use them for survival. So the huge trade-off of this route is if we fuck up a UFO, our route is so boned, it's reset city if that happens. Which is why it takes a lot of time on this route to learn this specifically. We, just like you see up there, we are trading stage consistent. Well, the stages will be consistent, but we're trading, making the stages easier in exchange for having the resources to nullify all of the bosses. By the way, the OST in this game's fucking crazy banger. And just thematically in general. So that's the idea of this route. And that's kind of how the UFOs are going. We're going to be planning those out, and I'm going to be explaining every goddamn UFO that we spawn and why. But for the most part, the red ones, we fill them up. They're giving us 2 heart pieces. We need 3 heart pieces for a life. Green UFOs, we're getting 1 bomb piece, and you need 5 bomb pieces for a bomb. But you fill it up, and you get just a hard bomb. So every green UFO is giving you 1 bomb and 1 piece. If we keep using green UFOs... Alright, here's the reason why we're routing for green UFOs. In the last games, because your power was tied to your bomb usage, very lenient. You pick up a power-up item, you're getting 0.05 power. I want you to see how much we get when we kill a power-up enemy here. Here, look at that. We're going to pick up 1. How much do we get? 5, 10, 3? 1.01. That is all we get for power. It's made up for the fact that the UFOs are going to be picking up items too, but for the most part, power is kind of a problem. And what happens when we die? Well, when we die, we're reset to 1. But if we're, say, you get to 4 pretty fast. They went away from, like, needing to build up over, like, 3 stages to reach max from, like, the earlier games. This one, you hit 4 by, like, stage 2 mid-boss. What happens if we die when we have 4 power? We're down to 3. Look at this. Shit, we only made back, like, 0.18. Oh, that's not very good. Is the power a problem? It is. It's not actually that much of a big deal, shockingly, for Sane. Because another thing with Sane is, oddly enough, when you're using spread, you are getting more frogs. You point blank and shotgun more damage than if you're doing this, up until we get, like, full power. But your actual main shot does fuck ton of damage when you're holding non-focus. So especially early on, but just in general, we kill a lot of enemies with not focus, because look at these big enemies versus if I hold focus. Yeah, it's hard to tell there. More of a matter of like when you're lower power, but our main shot does a lot of damage even at lower power, so it's not the worst, but like we really don't, it takes a while to regen back our power. Because we're bombing the bosses, it's easier to pick up power on the bosses, so dying on the bosses isn't a big deal. Yo, what up QQ, what up Dialga? Sane, yes. She very good. This character is sick as fuck. So power is a problem. That is why we're going for green UFOs. If we go for red UFOs, we aren't building any bombs. We're gonna use our 2 bombs we have. We're gonna die. We have no power. If we die in the stages, our UFO route is at risk because maybe a UFO's going around. We're supposed to pick one up somewhere. We die. We killed too much time. The UFO's gone. It's bounced somewhere else. Now our routing's all fucked. Maybe it changed color. Everything is messed up. Yeah, stage 5 setups are really spooky. That's like the hardest part of the game. Like, I feel like second half of stage 5. And second half of stage 4 are the real breakpoints of this run. I plan backups. I'll show you how we use bombs to save those when things go wrong. Alright, where were we? We're talking about power. If we do the red route, we're gonna be dying. We're just gonna be dying, and we're gonna have the lives, but our UFO routing's gonna be fucked. So that leans more towards we'll just use the red UFOs as they come in and then just play it like normal shmup. With this route, we cannot fuck up the UFOs, but Oh, this shit's easy. We just bomb and then we sit on the bosses and they fucking die because we got a really strong point blank and we have so many bombs. We can ignore all of the hard shit and we get bombs for the stages. So that's the idea for why we're picking up green ones. You can also pick up blue ones and rainbow UFOs. Blue ones are just giving you score. They don't matter. We pick up a blue UFO one because whenever you pop a UFO, it's dropping out a switching color UFO. So if it works out better for a route, like say there's 2 switching colors up ahead, we want a green UFO. We may pick up 3 UFOs that we don't give a shit about and use the UFO to just cancel bullets. We pop it and it gives us its color switching UFO. Now we have 3 UFOs we could turn into a green. That'll come up a few times to line up our UFOs better. This one we use only a couple times. If you pick up all 3 colors, you get 2 UFOs. So let's see here. We're going to pick up... We need a blue and a green. Whoops. I'm colorblind. That first one's a red, so what we're going to do is we'll just make these blue and green. I'll show you the rainbow UFOs. So we pop this left one, and this is going to give us a red. If you get any 2 combos, like if you have a 2 blue, 1 green, it doesn't work. It just cycles on the bottom. All right, what happens for this one? It gives us a color-changing UFO. And if we fill up its items, it gives us 2. So the times we do that are to line up our routes so we're getting 2 UFOs. It makes things easier. Is there anything else we need to go over in this so far? We've talked about the UFOs. They are static. Like, check out our practice menu. You can set, if they go left or right, you can set the amount here. This makes practicing the game easier. We are going Sonic B because the stage coverage is good, the bomb is good, the boss killing is good. This does everything we want it to. Otherwise, popular one is Rainbow A. Now we get to go into the route. So I'm going to be showing you my route, the one that we did the other day. Except while I'm getting better at like yapping while playing the game. For this game where tiny shit is happening over and over, we're gonna go way deeper into it. So we made a Dodonpachi one before. That game is fucking 50 minutes long. It's a 2-loop game. This shit is like 25 or something. So it's not gonna be as long as that one, but now we could get into nitty-gritty. I'm gonna eventually do videos on the Touhou games. I want to do a series that's like surviving all the Touhou games on Lunatic. And I thought I'd do one of them at a time, but somehow we've done 6 through fucking 12. I've even messed with 10 Desires, and that game's like 100 times easier than this one so far. Here is the last thing we need to do before we begin. Take a look at this. If you have downloaded this game, this shit is a Windows XP game. The modern ones run better modern systems. This shit is Windows XP. This shit not only runs terrible on these, but the delay is awful. It's fucking terrible. It's like unmodified Psycho. Really, really fucking bad. Luckily, there's DG Voodoo and Special K. If you don't know what you're doing in those, it's a bunch of options. Like, who the fuck knows what's going on? I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I figured out something that kind of works. It's probably not the best, but input lag is super, super good. It feels incredibly good. I'm super sensitive to input lag, and it feels super tight. Extremely, extremely tight. So I'll just show you what the settings are. Here's DG Voodoo. This is the first part of it. Whatever resolution you're at, basically, we pop off these. We take these off. We're setting resolution. I'm playing on a 1440p monitor. So I go 3x. If you're 1080p, you go 2x. If you're 4K, you go 4x. And now it's the right size. It's not zoomed in or whatever. You like to raw dog these games with that DG Voodoo or Special K? I don't know how. You cannot dodge bullets. That shit is so hard. I was getting my ass beat in Touhou 8 normal before I messed with these. So DirectX, you change those. What's some other shit? This one's important. The big one here. Flip discard. Is there anything else? To get to this menu, you have to right-click here. It doesn't show me right-clicking, but the first option, which would appear here, shows Show All Sections. You hit that and you get access to this one. You set that to flip discard. So that's all you need for that. There's a Google search. Touhou Digivoodoo Special K. There's like a long ass thread, but the important thing is they have like a Digivoodoo thing you download and a DirectX file. You just toss them in and you set them up like I had there. You launch the game with Special K, so you download Special K, you right click on the executable, and then you like start with Special K. If you do that, you can now hit a hotkey like Control Shift Backspace. Touhou Prac also pulls this up when you backspace. If you want some like options there. What do you actually need to change here? I don't fucking know. But what I did is you limit this above 60. I put this like high hurt because this is a 165. And I couldn't be asked to set it to the actual hurt amount. And then you set low latency. Which one of these is can you even see? Whoa, am I broadcasting my fucking volume? Whatever. Okay, back to Special K. This shit here. You up that. I'm on 165 hertz, so this shit is 165. Low latency. I don't know which one of these is the best. I don't have G-Sync monitors. I do have NVIDIA. This is a VRR in general, so I said, fuck it, we do VRR optimized. Cool. The only other thing, bam, set flip model presentation. And just changing those settings, it now works on modern. There's no shimmering. It's not like tiny res blown up. You may like or not like that. There's probably a way to get it blurry like how it would normally appear. This Touhou Auto Patcher fixed the input delay. It helps. It disables VSync, but it's still laggy as fuck. It still feels like fucking Strikers 1. You set this shit up, and it's like, it's mind control. It's like before you're even moving left, the game moves left. It's like the best input delay I've ever felt in my life. Going from like horrific to fine. On your systems, these have a horrible full screen bug. So you always have to play windowed. There's probably some way to get... Where's the OBS chat display? You're right. Where the fuck did that go? Let's check this out. Oh, I know what went wrong. All right, we're pulling it up now. Let's pop you. All right, we're pulling it up. Pop out chat. All right, somebody say something. It'll probably appear now. Behold. Damn, it works now. I had the wrong chat set up. Oh, for real, Digivoodoo, Special K, take these games. Yes, they go from SDOJ port to like, you can fucking move. It's beautiful. Damn, I haven't messed up the chat in a while, but now we got it. At least I figured out how to not have it doubling like in my earlier streams. That shit was awful. So you do those settings, and now silky smooth, you do something similar for that for everything. Who's this pan replays? My shit is fucked up, so my actual main account I use is the pan replays account, so I have to switch over to this account whenever I stream or whatever. But yeah, that's how you set up the Digivoodoo, and now it's so fucking responsive. It's incredible. I need to mess with it in more games. Unfortunately, if you want the mods, I can't get that working. There's a way to, I don't know how. So now we can dive into the route itself. We've done all of the talking about the game. Let's get us some stage 1. Dude, the music's so good in this game. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull up our replay from before, going inch by inch, and we're gonna have edamame stuff for things I'll need to show and how you actually do them, if things I fucked up in here. So if you want to see this in not going slow as fuck, you watch the last stream. However, now we deep dive into literally everything. So it is time. I recorded it without music so we can pause without the music cutting out every half a second. Behold. Oh, this shit, I fucking hit play like it's the replay. All right, here we go. So stage 1. This is the hard, so 11 at a really hard stage 1. Sane obliterating show in the strat. It's so good. You don't have to deal with show at all. Dude, I died on show in this run. I was so sad. I knew I needed to route that one more. So 11 was really hard stage 1. Most of the games, even like EOSD, has a fine stage 1. You will die when you first do this at the very beginning. Check out this. We actually want to start. We can finesse it, or what you want to do is you start top right here, you go left and then right, and then you start back, forth, back, forth. Look at all of these enemies here. You can see how our spread is hitting everything just fine. But as soon as we get a huge batch of them and they're far on the sides, we get big batches of enemies. Now we have our first UFO carriers in here, these big fairies. We are not holding focus to kill these quicker because right now with our current power level, we are doing way more if we're holding shot. Way more. Like, it's unbelievable how much damage you do with your primary just straight shot when you're not. So we hold straight shot and kill those. So all you need to remember is all of these start coming in. You go over and kill one, you go over to the other, kill the other. This is about to change color. We kill this one first at the start of every stage. It's always going to the left first, and this one's always going to be a flashing one. We have a green and a red. Our first UFO is going to be a green and a red, so we can pick those up. We let that one switch, and now we're good. Where do we want to be for the next section? We either line up on this UFO here, using this UI element, or we can line up with our shot and making it so that this border right here is the halfway point between our shots. Except what I found is if you want to even more optimize, you're slightly to the left. You have the middle of your shot on like this line right here, except slightly to the left. And then we hold shot. That kills all of these while we're also getting our main shots on this fairy so that this fairy triggers. If we get one shot on it, this is going to die half as fast. And then that UFO is going to drop and be at a wrong timing than when we want. So it's really important throughout the whole game that we get our shots where we want them to. That one pops that. You see, we have a green and a red. We want a rainbow one, so we wait for it to switch to blue. If we use that spot correctly, these die before these blue bullets can interrupt us. And even the ones that will interrupt us, whenever we hit it, you see they chop off these bullets right here. What is the next plan? We don't want to hit this UFO yet. We have these enemies coming from up here. If we are too close to them, we pick up the power-ups. You can be pretty close to them. Like, look how close we are here. But we will take the power and not give it to our UFO, which is bad. So we're just slightly off, so we're hitting them. And if they shoot, they'll shoot up here, and they shoot straight down. See, look at that. It's fine. They will shoot up top. They won't, like, point-blank you. There are two ways we could do this. I did this one just to guarantee we hit the UFO. Basically, we shoot the UFO until these two waves are coming in. These two waves come in, we now move to the side. The reason we sat in the middle is so we can damage this before it goes away, this UFO. And this UFO will move once. By sitting under it, it's time for it to move. Didn't go anywhere. We were under it. It was lined up with us. So it doesn't accidentally block our shots here. We can kill all of the enemies, and because we did damage to it, as soon as it's completely filled up and there's no more enemies, we kill the UFO, and bam, we get our stuff and we're ready for the next section. The other way you want to do it is you want to do, I'll pull up the edamame. I alternated between doing this one and not doing this one. Bam, here's some edamame replay. Up. What you can do is you can intentionally be right here. If you are right here, you cause the UFO to move, but you do not make the UFO block your shots from hitting this top one. The benefit of doing this is when you kill the UFO is right here, which means you can kill this fairy right away, and these power-ups are where you want them to be. So you do one of those two. The downside of doing it the way that we did here, by having the UFO in the middle, is that we do have to move a lot for these next two fairies. We're waiting for these to be green for the most part. If we are not very specifically getting a red UFO or a rainbow UFO or whatever, we are getting greens. So by default, we want everything green. You can not shoot these to guarantee that these items will go into the UFO. Or not. I found it doesn't matter. This is the hardest part of the stage. We sweep by and hit these. That's a blue UFO. We sweep to the right. We can either crawl on the right and go over, or we can move fast into the right and then move to the left, and it'll like make a cut for you. Either way, you can come up here and build your green UFO. If you kept these two fairies alive, the two big ones, you kill those and this fills up pretty fast. Otherwise, we're going to be moving here, and we're moving back and forth to hit both of these with our wide shots. We're getting both of these, and look, we filled our UFO without damaging it too much. We don't want to pop this before it runs out. You see, look, it moved over here. So because we moved off to the side, because the UFO can move once, it moved over to the side. That's fine, because if we pop it whenever these two fairies are coming in, then it gives us this cancel, and it's easy to pick everything up. So you pop this when it's most convenient. It dropped a green one because green UFOs are going to drop a rotating color starting with green UFO. What up, Sensei? So when you pop a green one, which is going to be the majority of them, they're going to be green. And we want green, so by default, we're pretty much picking them up right away. We want to kill this UFO carrier as fast as we can. And then we can go up to the point of collection because we're not spawning a UFO, we're getting the mid-boss. There are a few things we need to do on this mid-boss depending on how fast we kill this. If we, like, fucking crazy killed it fast, like it barely even shot, then we want to sit on this UFO for just a tiny bit so it doesn't rotate to green too fast. But 99% of the time, we can just ignore this UFO, go to point of collection so we pick up some power, and now we're gonna hit her ass with some shot. We don't want to focus here because when we are below 4 power right now, we are spawning way more frogs. We are getting way more point-blank damage, so we are holding shot here. We're holding shot, but we need to move at a specific time. You see her 2 stick things, whatever, treasure finders, I don't know what they're called. She goes like this. The moment she does that, you are getting your ass over to the bottom left, and you are picking up the green UFO before the bullets come in. You do it at that timing, and you can pick up the UFO before needing to dodge the pattern. We pop this. We popped it middle time, so we ignore it. It's going to turn green when we want it to. We go up here. We try to get point-blank damage in. This game, mid-bosses, it's very important on kill timings. Because this whole stage, you might think, okay, we're at mid-boss. We kill the mid-boss. Now second half of stage 2 begins. No, this entire stage is on a conveyor belt. And depending on how fast we kill this mid-boss or how slowly we kill the mid-boss, that is where we'll be planted into the next second half of the stage. With either more or less enemies, depending on if we kill it faster or slower, which we'll be doing both of, depending on what we want to have for the second half. Sounds scary. Luckily, we don't really care about that too much here. We're just trying to kill Nazrin pretty fast so that we don't have to deal with her, because this mid-boss is going to be harder than a lot of the bosses you're going to find. If you kill her too late, that's totally fine. There's like a big buffer section after. If we kill her early, that's also fine. Buffer section's pretty easy, but we want that in mind for later sections. So see, she opened up. We now move to the bottom left. We pick up the green UFO, and then we go up here. You can point blank her. She will spawn bullets, but those bullets, they take a second to materialize, and then they go in. So like you have enough time to run up point blank, and then if you didn't do enough damage, it's fine. If you want to optimize, you pick this up, and then you swerve around this bullet so that see how we're not shooting her with our main shot. We're hitting her now, and then we run up there, and in Touhou, when you're moving up while shooting, you're doing more damage. When you're moving down and shooting, you're doing less in that moment until you stop. It doesn't matter, even if she gets a little bit of the second pattern. This one here, this one's a bit easier. We point blank for a bit at the start, because you see here, it takes a while before their momentum kicks in. They spawn, and then they go down. We can point blank and do a lot of damage. From here, we'll use our focus just to make it easier. And then we go up. This is the really mean pattern. You ready for it? We got laser. And it keeps doing this. This first wave's pretty easy to dodge. It's slow, but now we have these slow bullet remains combined with these faster bullets from up here. We don't care about how fast we kill it outside of just not wanting to do this dodge. What do we want to do? As soon as we kill this, we haul our ass over to the top right. These bullets cancel, so you could get over there pretty fast. We are trying to point blank, because this game has a shot limit. You hold your shot at the bottom of the screen, you're shooting 2 frog. 2 frog. You're sitting up here, those are popping instantly. Pop, 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 pop. We're getting a shit ton of damage early. Look at the health bar. Oh, it does a lot. We are still on stage 1. So what do we do here? If you check out this cone, this shit is really tight. So as soon as this starts coming in, just play it safe. Get your ass downwards. Now what do we do? From here, Our move speed with Sane is really useful in this game. It's exactly the move speed we want for a lot of the points in this game. If we just track under Nazrin and hold right, we will track at the right speed to be hitting her with our frogs and our main shot. Very good. And because these are slow, it's fine if we just move to the side while moving diagonal or whatever. So like we're looking ahead and looking for a route that we could just try to move as cleanly as possible. This one's a bit harder. If we tried to do that and try to keep that consistent speed to keep hitting Nazrin, we're probably going to get ourselves killed because we're so concerned with doing damage that we're going to put ourselves in a riskier dodging formation. What do we want to do? If we can find a lane like I just happened to here. Wow, this was a really good Nazrin run. You want to go slowly because as it turns out, these are fast. You will dodge through them even if we're stuck here in the middle and she's about to collapse it in. You dodge through the fast bullets, and then all that's remaining are slower ones. You then unfocus and quickly move to the side, and you're good. We kill her. Now we have a bit of a buffer. The next section, we got a bunch of these enemies. You see we had a blue and a red. We have 2 greens. We want to pick up green. Don't pick up these here. We don't go up to the point of collection to pick up all these power-ups. We want these for our UFOs. So resist the urge of every Touhou game to run up and pick up the point of collection. Instead, we pick up this UFO, and that's going to handle the items for us. Except for pieces. We need to make sure to manually pick up pieces. Luckily, it's routed so that we can pick up them fine. For pretty much most of them. We sit here and it'll land on us. Boom, that's our, Which one was that? That was a green. So see here, this green UFO... Or no, that's from the boss. I'm tripping boss. See, we picked up this really fast, so we filled it up. We don't have to worry. If we ran out, then we have some Zakos. Alright. This is the actual hardest part of this stage, just because depending on how you move this UFO, it could get finicky. The idea is that you stay here in the middle, and as you're killing these while waiting for the next section to begin, you are just moving side to side like this. Like here, and like here. That way the UFO doesn't move its ass. I moved too far to the side, so moved over here. That's fine. But, like, we basically don't want it to move over here, because we want to get our ass over here without picking up the other UFO, and this is the first one to appear. We want to snipe that one immediately. We're not holding focus. Remember, our power, we do way more damage to these big fairies holding shot. And we come down here, it's always going to be this left one, this right one, a middle one. So left, we pick up this. It lines up perfectly. Right? And then we either pop the UFO then or pop the UFO for this middle one. It'll cancel all the middle one's bullets. Let me show you the Adamame one. He does it way cleaner. It's way easier to understand. Check out this shit. Pop. He had it more clean than I did. Alright, so he managed to not move his UFO. So we're starting with top left. You pop that. Top right. You pop that. Now in the middle. It's about to die. That's perfect. It's going to make it cover us so that we get killed this middle fairy. Now what do we want to do? We're going to go to the top right because that's the first fairy that comes in. The top left, that's a fairy. We want to pick up red UFOs at this point. This is the one red UFO we're going to be picking up. So remember this order. This section finishes, so there's no more Zako. Top left, we pop you. Top right, we pop you. We're in the middle, use the cancel. We're now trying to pick up red ones. Top right, top left, we pick up the red before it switches. Top left, right, middle. The UFO spawns right there when you pick up the red, so even if it did shoot, you're fine. And now you have a red UFO set up. That's the end of the stage. I'll show you mine, because sometimes, depending on my timing, I would end up ignoring the right one. So look at this. I'll go top left, and because this was weird, I just adjusted in this way. We killed the right one. Pick up the red after you kill the UFO. Instead of killing this right one over here, because our UFOs are a little weird, I just sat here and got ready for this one. This one will turn red next to us, so it's really easy to grab. You would want to kill this one. You wouldn't want to go over here. And then still, even though these bullets are out, they're easy to dodge, and the ones where it gets hard to dodge, you're popping this, like, red one right here. We start up here. We don't want to be shooting it right away. We start up here. we're using the side of our frogs to trigger everything and kill them, and it fills up the items. We're not going to do enough damage to kill it, which is good. And we have more than enough time to kill everything, so we're going to get all of the power. See, this shit is splash damage. Look at these fairies here. Even though they're covered by the UFO, the splash helps it out. At the end of a stage, it'll automatically pop your UFOs, and that's fine. It'll give you your result or not. I popped it early because I want this to be red, and I want to pick this up. Look, fucking Sane's dumbass is covering our UFOs. So I just popped it so I could run pick up these two. We are trying to end off on red and green. So that's a stage. I'll play it back in real time. We can do that since in the DDP one we couldn't because that shit was fucking 12 stages and TLBs. But this isn't. So this is what it looks like in real time. Start top right, we go over here, we're waiting until this group appears where it's more dense, and then we go to the right. We pop you with our shot first. We're waiting for green and red, and we go to point of collection. You can go to point of collection or not. We're lining it up here with the logo or the UFOs. We're waiting for this to be blue. It's about to be blue, and we're about to be hit. We pick it up. We're on the sides of these, so we fill up the UFO. We don't move to the far left, so this UFO doesn't block. Now we're picking two greens. We either shoot these or don't. Doesn't really matter. It's not... You don't need to optimize damage here, like picking up all of the power-ups available. This is something I missed out on. If a UFO is active and you pick up another UFO, you see, where the fuck is my mouse? You see how you pick up? What happens if a UFO is active, and these are flashing down here, and you pick up another UFO? You delete it. It's gone. So, unwanted UFOs that will just clutter the screen and cause us problems if we accidentally pick them up. We will spawn a UFO and then delete them. That blue one, it's gone. Move side to side, side to side. These fairies come in. We now trigger this. We pick it up while it's green. Grab everything. Try to kill this as fast as we can. Now we set up for the boss. As soon as it opens up, we move. We pick up the green one. Now we dodge the pattern. This is all good. Yo, what up, Germinator? We're in the... We just went over stage 1, and now we're just going over it in full speed instead of pausing every 2 seconds. Now we do point blanks. We move down with more than enough time. We hold our focus. If we need to slow down, we do, and then we'll move fast after we've dodged the purple pattern. We are picking up green. We're sitting at the bottom to pick up the health piece. And now we're just killing Zalkos until the Zalkos are over. They're over. We go top left. We go top right. We now pop the UFO, pick up red, and then we'd either go right or just hang out here, pick up that. We are waiting for the last red. That's dropping everything here. We now start from the top right, not shooting the UFO. We go around. We've now killed all of the Zalkos. We are now set up with a red and with a green, which will be perfect for next stage. We got some green UFOs. We got some bombs to use. We still don't have too many resources. This early game is where we're going to be doing the most amount of boss dodging. So that's stage 1. It is pretty intense already. It is fairly routing intensive. This is by far the hardest stage 1 so far. Yo, what up, what up? Thanks. This one, instead of doing runs, we're going through a replay, but like bit by bit, while we can like explain every tiny little detail. Because I gotta get this shit out before I forget everything. We're now to Nazarene. We can get off this music. This is a mean stage 1 boss. We basically have one hard pattern that we're gonna manually dodge, and then the rest is fine. Most of the later bosses we're going to be completely bombing, but this one here, we want to save some bombs while shit's easier. We will do one hard pattern, though. So this is how this shit's going to go. We need to make sure the shit is red and green for this route, or we're resetting. That's how fucked up the UFOs are in this game. It's a hard stage 1. It's consistent, though. What do we do with this first pattern? We're not full power. If we sit here, because we're shooting 2 off to the side of these frogs, we can get our main shots on it and some of our frogs on it. And because they spawn in and go slow and then they push out, we can do there and make it so we have to dodge this for less time. We're holding focus down here, and you just gotta read this one. You just gotta do it a bunch so you can see how to get yourself out of a fucky situation if you get into that one. Otherwise, not bad. Just every once in a while, it'll be a weird pattern you gotta wake up on. This one, we are on the side. We are not too high because she's about to move, and our hitbox will get bigger when she moves. So, you see, I moved down there just to be safe. This is the hard pattern we're going to have to deal with. We are holding unfocus for the shotgun damage. We will track her to the left. She moves the same locations every single time. This is a super static pattern. Here's the fun part. I'll play this whole pattern out in full so you could get an idea of it. It looks terrifying. We got lasers and we have the intersecting ones of these yellow bullets. I thought this one was going to be a problem and we're going to have to practice this one raw dodging. It turns out you can follow a set route. She moves to the left. We are going to move through these bullets because they're easy and hold unfocus once we're safe. You want to get up there with unfocus. I did less damage than I wanted to. We now have this diagonal line right here. And we are either getting through here or getting through here. We're getting through there early before the lasers come out. And now the lasers will give us a bunch of room. See here? I got a ton of room. There's like one bullet here. She will then move to the right and we're holding focus. And if we do it right, by now she's dead. Our Nazrin was not dead. So I just held unfocus. You could just say, you could either track her, go to the side, and then she pops immediately. Or sit here and wait for her to come back. I just held unfocus, hit her because we were like right there in damage. Like if you look at the edamame replay, which is this one right here. This is it done more optimally. See the difference there? He set up on the boss more, and because of that, whenever we're on the right side, it pops right now. So you don't have to dodge it for that long. It's like one dodge. Otherwise, you have to dodge it for a long time. This pattern, this is the easiest non-spell she has, including the mid-boss. I could do this shit when I was doing normal modes. The gaps make themselves for you. Just stay on the bottom because they slow down there a lot. This pattern, you can see I messed with capturing it once and then I couldn't be asked to actually do it. We're just bombing. You could bomb whenever. This thing has no health because these things are supposed to be guarding her. You just bomb when you want, and then you sit on her with unfocus, and she fucking dies. So that's stage 1. Pretty hard stage 1. But we're now set up for the next stage. We got some bombs we could use. We're going to be building up a lot more bombs. We're getting a lot more UFOs as the stages go on. Let's look at stage 2. Should we play it out real quick so you can see what it looks like and then go through bit by bit, or should we leave that at the end? I'm probably just going to play it out right here. Let's look at what the next stage entails, and then once we hit the boss, we'll go back and look at it. Or maybe the mid-boss. We need to change... We're now to here. I like this theme a lot. Music in this game also lines up with a lot of your routing good. Look at these yin-yangs. You pop them, and they spawn these bullets. They're controlled, but the pattern's aimed on you. The most bottom bullet will be aimed directly at you. And then we get fun stuff with these, where we can manipulate the movements of these. I'll go over exactly how to move these in a moment. You can already see how we can manipulate them to not have to deal with any other shit. And then, oh, we got a second wave of them. This one's a bit weirder. Still very easy once you get on it. I was talking about power not being a big deal because this is our big power spike right here. Look, I missed a lot of power on stage 1. We're almost to 4 power. We overcap that here. We get it with the, like, 2 entire waves of them. And there's the mid-boss. Let's now talk about it. Let's talk about what we just saw. Where do we want to be at the start of the stage? We want to be lined up in a pretty similar spot in stage 1. But we're basically lining up right here. See with our UFO icon, we're barely touching it. Because we're doing that, this fairy right here, we're perfectly lined up. We kill it as fast as we want. We want to kill these as soon as possible. Because these are going to be bouncing around for a bit, and we need them to be in the right position and color later. See this one here? We hold our shot on it. You could line it up with use some of this UI at the top, or like I just kind of got a feel for it, to be honest. If you're holding focus, you have a bigger pickup radius on items. We are sitting in the corner so we don't accidentally pause this one for a bit, and we don't accidentally pick up one. We're holding shot here. As soon as this yin-yang materializes, we move up. We're still holding unfocus, because remember, our unfocused damage does more. We pop it, we move over, and we pick up the blue UFO. We can easily outchase these first bullets, these revenge bullets from the first enemy. It's not a big deal. You move to the left here. We kill this one, and then we're going to kill this one, and then we're going to kill this one. That's going to be a consistent pattern we do throughout this stage. So that one, make sure we get both of our shots on it. Otherwise, they take way longer to kill. And make sure to do it in that order. If we do those four of those yin-yangs is enough to fill up this UFO. That UFO is now filled. We're now just popping it. We're waiting for these to be green if we killed it extra fast and these are blue. As soon as they're green, we run up and grab those. And now we're trying to pick this up as it's green. We don't want to pause it. We want it to be green as fast as possible. You grab it. If you did it better than I did and killed the UFO faster or whatever so that this one would become green faster, then these items would help out for the UFO and make it more lenient. Because this section barely gives us enough items to fill up the UFO. What are we doing, though? In the meantime, there's something we need to be doing. So we picked up the 2 greens. You're going to notice this one here. We're about to pop our UFO here. As soon as this happens, we don't give a shit about anything other than running over to this UFO and pausing it. Because this one can become green very quickly. If we kill this UFO, this one could be green, rotating into red, and now we don't have a green. So we're going to be shooting this UFO, and while it's around us, and these usually don't shoot these shots if you're like down here holding your frog shot. That's what's nice about Sane. We sit on here, we're shooting it with our main shot, we're pausing it so it's stuck on blue. And then we can run up. It's fine even if we dip off this for a little bit. We just gotta pause it for a sec. We pop the UFO now while this is green. We can go pick it up. We want to pick that one up first if it's close to rotating. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Like here, picking up them all was fine. We now have 2 greens. We sit up here. We are basically waiting until we can hit this once. We move over, wait till we can hit it once, and then we move in the middle, and then we're gonna back up a bit. By doing this movement, we bait these all. I'll show it again. One shot, move over, you can hit it once, move over to the middle. We dip down, and then as soon as this big fairy appears, because we baited them like this, our main shots are not being blocked by yin-yangs. They are popping the big fairy immediately. These aren't overlapping. That's the purpose of doing that movement. They're all gathered together, so our frogs pop everything. We pop the big fairy first, and then the rest dies. Because they are all popping immediately, they are all aimed. So they're all going to be going at one position. Even though this is a big cluster, they're all aimed on you. The very bottommost one is aimed directly at you. Because we killed the big fairy fast, this shit becomes green fast. And like, even if it didn't cancel bullets, it's easy to get through those. We kill this as fast as possible. Don't worry, even if these have spawned, you have time. We have until these 4 spawn. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever order. The big fairy is going to spawn at 5. Hello. The big fairy is about to spawn at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just keep that same spawn timing and we move down with this big fairy. Now we pop that right away. We want to kill these one at a time. So we move on the side holding unfocused, and now these are all aimed directly down, so we can easily move out to the left. We move to the side. You can either stop shooting here, but like it's easy to get around these. Because the last one is going to pop really late because it's not getting hit by your frogs, and these ones are fine to hit. You can pick up the green here. Look, you pop all... You pop all these on the right, you move over, pop these, you pick up the green. This last one won't hit you from picking up the green. We're holding focus so that we pick up as many reds as possible, and bam, we're now full power. We're onto the boss. Here is the boss. The mid-boss, really. Really easy first pattern because our move speed literally works perfectly with this lane. Look at this dip here. So this is clean lane, clean lane, clean lane, and then it dips. So we just move with the lane, and as soon as it does this dip, we move out. In and we move out. Really easy pattern. We bomb this whenever. Timing isn't super a big deal. Just bomb this before the bullets come out or right as the bullets come out. Do not be on top of her or at the point of collection. Otherwise, you are picking up everything, and we need these for our UFO. And you might accidentally pick up some blues, which is really bad. She always drops blues here. She always drops this formation. One non-changing blue, one changing blue. So we basically, and you even see in here, we sit on top of her. This is about to go out. Oh, it's about to. Bam, we hold down. That's where the big damage from our bomb goes from. And now it popped the boss. We're not picking up anything. We're getting ready to pick up this. See, it's green. Bam, we pick it up. All of these items we're going to sit at the bottom so we don't pick them up. Except for the heart piece. I call them heart pieces. They're stars, you know what I mean. These are the life ones. We pick up that one and see this blue. We don't give a shit about blue. We are going to pick that one up whenever it's most convenient. This section's really slow. These are coming from the sides. Your spread shot is mostly handling those. If you want to super optimize it, you try not shooting the UFO, and then you pop it towards the tail end of these. It doesn't fucking matter. This is a super adaptable section. Wait for it to be green. Wait for it to be green. Grab it, pick this up. Whenever most convenient, delete this blue one while this UFO is still alive. Pop the UFO whenever, make sure to pick up the green. It's always green there. About at that time, you can see instead of them coming from the sides, we now have two here. I like killing the right one and then the left one. See these left one pops, we have this clean lane here. It's perfectly fine. When this section starts, it's a singular one from up here. That's your cue that it stopped being the side section that's happening. It is now the next section. So one right here on the left. Now it's pairs of two, pairs of two, pairs of two. If they shoot, it's fine. It doesn't matter. The end of this section, which is way more important to know when the end is right here. So 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, there was only one on the right side. So now we get positioned here, and it is super fucking important to be killing these as fast as possible. Look, I'm already missing. It's not the worst thing, but like you don't want that to happen. We dodge over here. You see, these are aimed on us. It seems random because it's a spray, but it's a spray in our direction. So they're going to be aimed on the left. So we kill the left one first. It pops where we want it to. The right one, and then we just live here. We're not trying to land on these, otherwise we pause them. The moment that this becomes green, we're going to pick it up. And then kill this one. It's a similar pattern to the very first yin-yang position. We kill this one just like before. We're going to dodge out of it, and at that timing, this green one will appear. We do not want to pick up this green one before killing this one. It's always going to be pick up this green UFO, kill this, move around its bullet, and then pick up the green. Now we kill same order. This one, this one, this one. Or I guess it's not the same exact order. You're killing 4, basically. This is the hardest part of the stage. I think I even bombed in this one to make it more consistent. We have killed the right order. This now has enough items. There are some dangerous enemies ahead that have UFOs. We need those UFOs to make the next section easier and to get our UFO route unlocked. We're not at Kogasa just yet. What do we need to do from this point? We kill 1 UFO, 2, 3, 4. We now have enough items. We sit on the right here and pop 1 or 2 of them. As soon as we hear a popping sound, we move to the left. We are now baiting these ones, which are like the big fairies we saw from before, the big purple sprays, to the left side. And then we're going to dodge them to the right. I popped the UFO too fast, which actually caused some problems. That's why I say this one's hard. The difficulty in the UFO routing in this game is making sure to kill these exactly when you want them to. It's not actually picking up the UFOs or getting them at the right timing. It's timing the UFO kills is where I found all the difficulty in this game lies. So we killed the ones on the right, we moved to the left to bait these to this side, and then we move to the right, and this UFO will be leaning towards the right, so we'll kill it. The ideal thing now is to kill this immediately so that its bullets stop and its UFO comes out immediately. Then switch over to killing this one. I killed him, so some bullets are still here. We'll have to do some dodging. We are now concerned with picking up reds. There's a red here. We want to pick it up because it started red. It's going to rotate off red the fastest. This is about to become red. So we pick up that one next, but make sure to pick up that bomb piece. That's also another funky thing. Forgetting to pick up the piece as you're distracted by the UFOs. We pick up the red, and now we're waiting for this one to be red. We don't want to be on it. We're currently stopping it from becoming red. Here's the reason why this section's difficult. If these enemies live, then they shoot these patterns, and it's hard to get up and pick this up because its ass is going to be way over here. So here's the thing. If you want to make it turbo easy, instead of doing this finicky shit, you can just pop this UFO and then bomb right here. You bomb immediately, you pick up these reds, and then when the bomb is done, you pick up the last red, and you're good. You spent 1 bomb, the hard section is 100% consistent. I was like, I'll just do it, and if something weird happens, I'll just bomb to save it. So I picked up red, and then, oop, I sat on it too long. So even though I could get up here pretty high, it went up too high. If you want to prevent this from happening, what you do is if you set this up correctly, if you pop this UFO later so that it's canceling the tail end of these bullets so you don't have to do any dodges, and this is completely clear of bullets, you run up and pick this red immediately, sit in the middle. Your spread shot is killing the red enemies. You wait for these to be red, you pick them up, and then you run up while this one's red, and no enemies will be shooting at you. Since that shit's hard to time, that shit's really inconsistent. I can just bomb here. I would instead do the bomb thing I was talking about. Just bomb the section and then pop the red UFOs when the bomb is done. Because if you do what I did, I picked up the red immediately. It worked out because there's so many items, it fills up immediately. But your bomb killing the UFO will prevent you from getting the second piece. Yeah. So, like, my advice is just do the preemptive bomb and make this section really easy. Otherwise, that's kind of how it works. If you want to see the edamame executing it correctly, this is what it looks like. Up, 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 up. This is what that looks like executed correctly. So we kill 2 on the right, and then we bait them to the left, and then we move to the right. We pop the UFO. You kill the right one, the left one. You sit in the middle so the enemies die so they don't shoot. You pick up red, red. Bam. And now you're set up. That's how it's supposed to go. It's fairly hard, though, so I just ended up like, fuck it, we're bombing this shit. Now we're to Kogasa. Luckily, Nazrin, you might be scared by the bosses because Nazrin mid-boss is pretty hard. And that second pattern, that first spell card, is pretty hard. However, it turns out that we're gonna... Kogasa just fucking dies in this run. Kogasa's first pattern. It's even easier than the mid-boss one. Our move speed is so good that you just hold left. You hold up and to the left and you're through the pattern. Just go diagonal. Really easy. And it's dead. This pattern. So in the edamame route, it's set up so that you have the perfect amount of resources for all the stages. You can just bomb this one and it immediately dies. I am not as good as edamame. So we're going to do 2 things. We are going to try to do this pattern normally to save a bomb so that if we end up spending an unplanned bomb later, then it's not going to fuck up our bomb routing because we'll have one in stock. And we're not going to overcap on bombs up until like stage 5 or something. This is a very safe pattern to go for. Here's what it looks like. We get in the purple lanes, and then the complication are these blue bullets. And you'll find if you're doing this lane normally, or for the first time, and you're going through this lane here, you will find yourself smushed against this side very easily. This is all you have to do for this pattern. You get into the lane, and then whenever there's a gap, you go in that gap. So right through the lane, oh, gap, we slip in. Oh, that's a fairly tight gap. Oh, there's a gap, we slip in. It is consistently in between this very first and second, and between the third and fourth. First and second, third and fourth, you can slip in. Because this is a strategy pattern and not like a tight dodging pattern, you can see when you're going to be walled and you can bomb here, and it's fine because the route works. The route actually bombs here. We are just doing this to make up for it, to give us some leeway later if we want to use a bomb later. I think it's nearly impossible for half the UFO shot types. Do they just not kill the... Do our frogs do all the work with killing these, I imagine? God bless Sane B, dude. So we're just gonna do that. Move through, move through. Because this is gonna be constantly pushing us to the right, we want to be over on the left, just avoiding wherever these are most concentrated. And we do that over and over. If a bullet is blocking our way when we want to cross, or we see that this bullet would block our way going this way, we like slip in whatever side. If we have walled ourselves, we bomb, it's fine. We're gonna... the route uses a bomb here. You just do this. It gets kind of scary towards the end, but like you can see if you're gonna die, and you can death bomb here and it's fine. So we now save the bomb. This is the other pattern. This one's a bit more finicky. I would bomb this one if you want more consistency, but I wanted to make sure that We had a bunch of leeway, so we're doing this one for real. It looks very simple. We just move left. If you try dodging this at the bottom, you're gonna find... Look right here. Let's pretend we're right here. Or right here. Ooh, you get collapsed on. So how do you do it? You bomb it. Or, if you want to save one, and you're fine with doing this, you start here, and then we're tapping diagonal ups. You need this rhythm. Once you figure out the rhythm, it'll be that rhythm every time. It's easy. You just need to practice that rhythm, or else don't go too fast or too slow. You just mess with that. Unfortunately, this is a clippy pattern. If you fuck it up, you're not going to react. You're basically just going to die. So if you're comfy with that, that saves a bomb. Otherwise, you just bomb it. This pattern, we shoot her. And then we bomb. And then we sit on her. Because we're full power, we can now hold focus and sit on her, and she'll die. We got all that juicy point blank. Watch out, she's in the middle. This is our final pattern. You see the big-ass bar? She is going to move directly up, and she can kill you. So be on the side and then move up. We're trying to sit up right below her, and none of this shit matters at all. You are just watching for red, and as soon as red appears, you hit the bomb button. It seems like that would be scary to time, but if we do if we do this, it's super easy to see red. None of the blue matters. You're just literally up there point blanking. You see red, you pop bomb. Depending on your movement, she will move into, or she will move around. You can either use this bottom thing here. See that red mark there? You know where the boss is. You're invuln. You don't have to dodge anything for your whole bomb duration. Or you see this red circle. That is more easy because we have so much shit cluttering here. See, I just look at the red circle. And she dies. So you can see now why we're doing all this complicated routing shit. Because we can just destroy the bosses with a bomb like that. And we didn't even get to really see it there because we actually did some of the patterns. We're going to do some of them on 3 too. On 3 also. But you're going to really see how it pays off in 4, 5, and 6. Look at our resources. We bombed a fair bit. We bombed on the mid-boss. We bombed right before the boss, which was an unplanned bomb. I would plan a bomb there, like we were talking about earlier. We used a couple bombs here, and we have 5 bombs. No lives taken, no suicide strats needed for resources. Now on to stage 3. So this shit's taking a while. So instead of replaying the whole thing, we will just go to stage 3. God, I love the music on this one and the high speed. This stage is a bit weird. This is like, to me, this stage is the run, like, lock in, you're here now, the run begins. It's stage 4. That's like where you need to lock in and do your shit right. Stage 1 through 3 you get consistent at, and then they're the waiting room. Few spots in this one, though, can get you. So it's like, okay, try to get through stage 3. And then you get to stage 4, you're like, all right, we're here. Now we execute. So the start, this is the easiest start to any of the stages. In this English mod in particular, it's just on the left of the B. If you're using Japanese text, you probably just use this BGM text. Anyway, you just shoot this. It's got this big-ass pattern. Oh, no. Oh, no, we're running out of room. We got to macro it. No, if it's fucking aimed. You tap left once, and it all misses. Notice how we ended the stage with the red. The very last UFO we picked up, right before the boss, because it was a red UFO, we are just going to pick that red up. So now we enter this stage, which has a lot of reds at the beginning. And we have a red, we pick up the red here. We are trying to get up to the point of collection, and then stay there. This line right here, that's the part where you go to it. All these power-ups go to you. You sit right there. And you don't need to, like, figure out where it is because you just keep moving until these items come in and bam, we're here. Is it a tight spot? No, you could be way higher than I am. Or way lower. It doesn't matter. But that's just generally the area we're going to be in. Look at this section here. We want to kill these UFOs in a certain way. Because we're not going to use them immediately. See, they're going to take a while, and then we'll pick them up here. So how do we get the timing that we want so that we pop it when we want? We are waiting here. As soon as enemies come in, we start holding to the right. As soon as the wall hits, we stop shooting and move down. Because these enemies appear and we don't want to pop their UFOs yet. As soon as we hit the bottom, we now shoot again. So it looks like this. Holding shot. Enemies are here. Hold right. Stop shooting, move down. Start shooting, move left. And then you tap the rest of them. We're going to sit on this green one for a little bit because it's about to be red, and we don't want it to be red immediately. Just for a split second. Like, an actual split second. Like, I don't even think it's necessary to do that. We are moving along the line of these yin-yangs. So we kill them as they appear, and then, oop, we accidentally hit the red. I say accidentally. That's a part of the route that we hit this red here. But it just so happens to line up, so we hit it here. You pop the red, you kill the rest of these, and now we're sitting under here holding shot because the shot is doing more damage. It's doing more damage right now to the UFO with our main shot. These frogs are too busy hitting these things since we're so far down. About the time, listen to the sound effect. The sound effect of when you're shooting a boss, you can hear the bass in the background. They're just rumbling. And then when it's about to die, you can hear it rumble harder. We want to pick up and delete this blue UFO about when it's rumbling harder. We want to pick this up before this UFO dies. And it's generally when the UFO is about to bounce back in here. If you do that, then this otherwise scary fucking shit that's happening will get canceled. Now here. Ooh, that was a really lucky one because we killed the UFO late. If you want to make getting into the next section easier, you delay the kill on this UFO, but it makes the next section harder. Otherwise, if you want to make the next section easier, but you have to dodge more of these, you kill this UFO faster. Because these enemies will get canceled, but then you'll get more of these. You are not concerned with picking anything up. You are just trying to rush to the side and get to point of collection. Point of collection, while your UFOs don't pick up the heart pieces, the point of collection will. We do not want to touch this UFO. That's why we're going to the left side, because we need a green. We need to be, here's the conundrum. We need to be on top of this ferry fucking immediately. And shooting it immediately. But we also need to pick up the green. So if we delay the kill on this UFO, it makes this section easier. Because it's going to cancel more. It'll be like this. This is a fairly delayed kill. It's easy to get up out of here. But we will both have to be shooting this and picking this up as soon as it lines up. If it, like the UFO was over here, then we wouldn't be shitting this and everything's gone to shit and then we reset. But if you're generally killing, if you're basically shooting this UFO here, and then when it rumbles, you pick up the blue and then go back here and we're holding unfocused the whole time. I found it will always line up so that this shit becomes green as we're in this lane here, and it doesn't interrupt us hitting this ferry. Otherwise, this is like the hardest part of the stage, is just lining up this setup. There's probably some easier shit. You like go up here and do a different way, but like, this is the way I know. We kill this and do not fucking move from this spot until that shit is dead. Because if you do, the run's dead. I'm not kidding. You make absolutely sure that this ferry fucking dies or the run's ended. Wait till it's dead. Don't okay, I know the timing on when this ferry will be dead, and then you move it as soon as it would be dead, and then it didn't die, and then your run's dead. Kill it as fast as possible. Now we're here. We move up. This one dies faster because we're moving up into it. It's Touhou. You're doing more damage doing that. You're like, bullets layer and some shit. I don't know exactly how it works. When you move around, it's fine to pick up these power. You don't actually need these. 2 ferries is enough to completely fill up one of these. But you can try not to pick up those just in case you fucked up or something. And it lines up good. So, yeah, Doppler effect. So make sure that dies. We move up here. We don't fucking move. Don't fucking move until this ferry is dead. Now that it's dead, now we take our time. And we can move around, pick this up. It's fine even if you kill it late. Just make sure it fucking dies. This spawns in the middle. We're trying to kill this, but it's fine even if you kill it later. But ideally, we kill this next ferry sooner. so that we can kill... This will be filled up. We can now kill it. We kill it. Because this one is green right now, and it's going to rotate faster than the one that comes out of this UFO, we go over here. Now, we go up close to the UFO, so we point blank it with our frogs. But if there's a UFO that we want to pick up immediately on this dropping, we will move down. Like, say we didn't move down here as aggressively. We'll be, like, shooting this down here, so we're still hitting it. And then as soon as it pops, we could just tap left and we pick it up. Pick up green. Point of collection. This shit is actually way scarier than it looks, and also not scary. It's not scary. Here's what I mean. So this cancel is stopping these from shooting right away. Pick up green safely, and because we're moving to the right and these are aimed, they all miss over here. We move up the point of collection. There's a gap between the two waves, but even if there isn't a gap, you see there's an enemy right here. You actually kill it before it, like, rams you. You won't get collided with the ferry, and it won't shoot you before you killed it. So it's completely safe to just move up here to point of collection, make sure you actually hit it, and then move down. And even if you're late and these ferries spawn, you'll just kill them. Like, I've never been rammed here before. It's oddly consistent. And then we just stream the rest of this. If you want to be swag, you don't shoot, and then you graze these, and then you kill them last minute. That's the first half. Now we have this boss. The route that we are copying bombs this shit immediately. And then you kill it. Non-spells don't have any HP. What we're going to do is, this is a not bad one to see if you're going to be clipped on. You can react to if you're going to get clipped, and it's not that bad. These lasers are a bit bright, so it's like they blend in the background. But you can react if you're going to be hit. So you should just have your finger on the bomb button if you want to, like, do what we're doing here and just have an extra bomb of leeway in case you fuck up somewhere else. And you're going to see why that extra bomb helps out later. We fuck up a bit later, and it's fine. Otherwise, you just bomb this and it dies. This first dodge here. There is always this gap here. I assume there's a laser shot limit, whatever. That only affects this one right here, so there's always a nice gap. Otherwise, we're here. We got our finger on the bomb button. If we bomb, it's literally of no consequence to the route. If we don't bomb, then cool. We now have extra leeway. That's how we're treating, like, both the Kogasa and this shit. Now, this one. I love that she has dialogue here. It's like she just comes in swinging at some dumbass human who's walking by. And then you fucking just... if we did the bomb strat, you just bomb and instantly kill her. And then she's like, whoa, let's talk for a second. What the fuck was that? Anyway, we're gonna use this dialogue to position ourselves. We're not right... We are fighting, what's your name again? Ichiran? We are fighting you, but not for the boss. This is the mid-boss. Generally, in this game and like the last game, the feet won't kill you. The skirt is about where the hitbox begins. So you sit right under the skirt, and that's where you can point blank. So this is where we want to point blank. This first bit is static, and then from here on, we're going to get aimed ones at intervals, and then all these purple bullets are random. This is a very scary looking pattern. If we did the first pattern correctly, then we can bomb this one. Like, that's a benefit of doing these, like, doing that first pattern. It's like, oh, if we did do that first pattern and didn't need a bomb, and something goes wrong here, we can bomb this one, and it doesn't fuck our bomb routing. How do we do this one? So we're under the skirt, so you see, all of these frogs are popping immediately, and then spamming and then popping. We do a fuck ton of damage. These two will miss. These two, we are riding these. So we're going to hold down with them. And then once they're getting faster, we're going to hold unfocus and move down. Like that. See, you're basically riding the edge of it. These will just barely hit you. So we're going to sit here and then tap to the side so the second one doesn't hit us. And from here, you either sit there until these are about to hit and then we dip off to the side, or you dip off here early. I dipped off here early, so we're gonna... These are baited, aimed at you. So they were baited in the middle. We now move to a side, doesn't matter which side. It's whatever side is most convenient relative to where these are aiming and which one's less or more dense. It's like, you don't even need to think about it. You just go to the side that makes sense. These are now baited to the side here. And if we move diagonally back, we don't have to cover much distance, you see? We barely had to cover anything. We don't even need to think about the fist. You are just thinking about purple bullets. Or pink bullets. These are in that weird in-between. You were just looking at these bullets because these are the only random element. You route the general movement, and then you're just consciously thinking about how to dodge these. And then if you sit in the middle, this shit dies. Very consistently dies in like 11.8 to like 13.5. Either way, those aren't killing you if you do that. And now she fucks off. This is a unique mid-boss in that instead of this whole thing being on a conveyor belt, because she has dialogue, this is now a set section. So how fast or slow we kill that mid-boss does not affect where the next part of the stage will begin. So this will always happen regardless of how slow or fast you killed the boss. So we will always be at the same exact spot on the route. Where do we want to be? Look at this UI element. You see these two lines and like this shit here? Whatever the fuck this shit is, we want to be right there. We are holding unfocus, and then we're going to dip down after it's done. These two come together and both pop immediately, creating gaps instead of these two overlapping. We do not want to enter these yet, and we do not want to pick these shit up yet. You see, we need a green. We don't want to pick those up. Next one, it's left side. It's on the hard left side. So it's like right here. Then we're going to move in because these are a bit down. If we try moving here, it's going to be weird. We can move into this one and we kill this fairy. And now, because we did that, this gap here is fairly fast. Now, check this out. This is lined up so we could pick up both of these. So we're going to kill this fairy. And you'll notice we picked up the point of collection there. So moved here, moved down, created gap, kill this fairy, move in, kill this fairy, move in. Right fairy. I picked up point of collection. Doesn't matter. These fairies give you so much. Our UFO is fine. Right side. As soon as we pop that, these two will always be here. And we're going to pick up the green, and then we're going to delete the blue. We don't give a shit about the blue. We're deleting it. That cancel will both make this shit easier, and it sets us up for this. So we killed this fairy, this fairy. We killed those two in line. 2 fairies is enough to fill this up, so we're good. You see this fairy, we're going to go over here. We're not going to go in the pattern. So 1, 2, we go all the way over here and hit this one. And now we can dodge through these. And that dodge can be easy or hard. You could take your time. Because killing this UFO is going to pop these. So I went through here fairly fast. So like, look here. Green, pop you. We're on the outside. Now we go in. Popping this is going to kill these. I like popping this one first because it's kind of a reminder. Kill the right one first, then the left. That helps me remember. Fucking dumbass, don't pick up the green. It reminds me, pick up the right one first. So right here, see this UFO? We shoot the right one first. Right. You're thinking about right stuff. Pop the UFO, you kill that. We're going to pick up the right UFO, which happens to be red. That is how we're going to know that we're switching from greens to reds. If we pick up this green one, then our routing is fucked. We wait for that to be red. Bam. All right, this is a specific setup to set everything up and make this section easier. You see these enemies appearing? You know what? Let me reaching all the way the fuck to Narnia. Let me move this shit over here. All right, how does this setup work? We pick up everything. We pick up the items. We don't need them for a UFO. 1 spawned. Doesn't matter if we shoot it or not. 2 spawned. The moment the second one is spawned, we pop bomb. Look at this purple fairy right here. Can you see that? It's slightly different than the blue ones. It's purple. That means it's a UFO carrier. Specifically a red one. So kill. 1, 2, bomb. We're killing this one immediately. It's red. It's flashing red, so we're going to sit by it so it doesn't rotate out. The moment this big blast goes out for our bomb, we then pick it up. A big problem in this game with our bomb is that our bomb obscures us if we're holding unfocused. Look, where's Sane? Who the fuck knows? So picking up the UFOs during this type of a section, which we'll do on later stages, is kind of hard. If you hold focus, however, it doesn't cover your sprite. You can see where you are. So for situations like these, you hold focus, and then you go and pick it up. So that one's red. How fast do we kill it? Really fast. It cancels the remaining. That's how we use 1 bomb to keep our UFO route on route, and don't have to do any dodging. This one here. Here's the... this is a fucked up section. We are trying to sit on this until the next section starts. Behold. All right, just look at this for a second. Depending on who you are, this looks easy or hard. You're either thinking that looks fucking easy or you're dreading this section. I ended up finding I'm in an in-between. You could get it really consistent. You follow some rules. So here's what I'm talking about. The right ones, they're shooting this aimed at you. The method of dealing with everything is that before this left side appears, we want to be above the point of collection or above these enemies. So as soon as these enemies appear, we want to be above so that we can always hook around and have room. And then these enemies are going to spawn in, but because we're moving to the left like this, we're going to dodge them automatically. The next enemies spawn in pretty fast, so we need to go up to the top, and before they spawn in, we want to be on the top above them so that we keep the rotation going so we can keep going clockwise. Here's the next complication to add on top of that. We want to pick up a green UFO. So this we don't pick up right away. We're sitting on it so it doesn't change. We're going to move around, and then from here, there are two methods to this. Either we completely fucking ignore the UFOs because we're going to get 3 UFOs and we only need 2 of them. So we can just pick them up if they're convenient. Or we do this strategy where we kind of dodge with them. So we're pausing this one from becoming green. So it's not green whenever we're over here. We're up top before this left wave happens. Now it's green. Now we run over to pick it up. These enemies have spawned in, so the next one's about to come in. We want to be on the top half. You can make like a rapid up to down dodge in case these spawn in, and then you do have to do a dodge, but then the rest of them are fine. Alright, now that we picked up the first one, so we picked up this green one, the next wave will now have a UFO carrier. It's not because we picked it up, it's just like with this route, this one happens to appear on the next wave. We can either super fast dodge around these and then get up and kill this before it fires 2 waves, or we can try to go slow on this section and tap slowly here so that we're shooting it as we're shooting these, so we're hitting it like as soon as possible. Either way, you want it to only shoot once. If it shoots twice, then this UFO blocks your way out, so you have to go up and around this way. It's not the biggest deal, like you just do this, but it's an extra thing that could fuck you over. This one becomes green immediately, so we pick it up immediately. Because we picked up a UFO, now a UFO carrier's here. That's how we'll line up when this UFO carrier appears. This one, it shot 2 again. Yeah. Luckily, because they alternate the UFOs from spawning left and right, depending on the order in which you kill them. Last one spawned to the left, so it was harder. This one spawned to the... What? Is it in slow-mo, or am I tripping? This one spawned to the right. It's easier to dodge. We are completely ignoring it. So if we fucked up one, and let's say we picked up a red one, we can pick up 2 greens, and we'll eventually cycle it out. So that's fine. Or if we didn't pick up any of them, there's probably like 2 or 3 UFOs floating here. You just pick them up when they're green. This one, we don't fucking pick it up, because if you pick it up, it will instantly die on the boss, and you get no bomb. You only get the 1 bomb piece. Whew. Anybody sticking still in there? There's so much... It takes so long to get through these stages, but we have now made it to Ichiran. This is the last time we need to do dodging on bosses. Oh. We are going to do every single non-spell. However, if we have done this mid-boss, the first spell without bombing, then we have a bomb here. If we did Kogasa's like 2 patterns... Can't wait for stage 5. Oh, fuck. Dude, stage 5 is so good, but Jesus Christ, I was like hating practicing that one. That shit was so hard. That stage is so fucked up. It's so cool, though. I really like this game. I thought this game I would either hate it or love it. And, well, second half of stage 4 and 5 make me sad. Game's fucking sick. We're going to do the mid-bosses, and we are going to react with the bomb in case, or we are going to do the non-spells. This is the scariest non-spell. You love this game so much. It's really damn good. I think, like, I have a lot of nostalgia for 8. So 8's still, like, my personal favorite, but this one's, like, the easiest next up for me. If it was, like, slightly more lenient with the UFO routing, I guess it's our fault because we're doing the super strict stages in order to get all the bombs. Anyway, music's like God tier. Fucking stages are... I don't even care for the characters. She's kind of cool in the fighting games when she gets the redesign. Byakuran's pretty cool. Show I don't give a shit about. I don't know. It's pretty damn good game. The music fucking carries. The fucking Power Stone 2 visuals in the background. For some reason, that's what I think of. Anyway, first non-spell. Ugh. I think what made it easier for me is even if she moves on a hard side, you stay in the middle. You don't touch the side force. These side vertical force, we don't want to be in because the dodge is extra hard. You could like just get out of a green, and then have to immediately be in a laser lane. It's really hard. We are trying to react and bomb this one. You just kind of got to feel out the lasers. You got to just do it a bunch. This one's the scariest. Like, if you plan a bomb on a non-spell, I'd bomb that one. This one here. Wow, I actually captured it twice. That's something. We're doing a setup. Watch as these fists appear. So we get up here and we're point blanking. 1, 2. Now we hold down. The second one appears, we hold down and we're safe. The second that 4 of these hit this wall, we hold left and we move with her. From here on, you can bomb this and then kill her, or you could try dodging. So if you're on the hard bottom, I love dodging glowy bullets. I think I'm like the only one because of visibility problems, but something satisfying about them. If you dodge this and capture this, then cool, you saved the bomb. We're planning a bomb here. If you bombed here, then you have to do the next non-spell completely. If you lasted for a long time and then bombed like we had to here, this bomb can carry over into the non-spell. Look at the health bar. Oh, fucking it died. Fucking half of it's dead already. And it canceled the start of this pattern. This non-spell. I love this non-spell. It's so fun. I don't actually know how you give advice on this one. Look ahead. The place where I'm looking most is right here. This isn't a micro pattern. You're not looking like right here. You don't need to look super far ahead. This is unrecognizable. But like right here, is enough room for you to identify, like this lane here. You can see that these blues are gonna pass. And then like, we can make it through here and through this purple. Or maybe, or not. This one you just gotta do. I don't have advice on this one, other than do it a lot, until it clicks. Move with the ones around until safe to go up. Yeah, you could do that approach too. Like, you can, instead of like passing through these as soon as possible, you can move down with your lane until you find a gap and then move straight up through. That was like a thing we did a bunch in Touhou 8, and this one you could do the same thing with these crisscrossing patterns. You don't need to dodge through here right now. You can wait along with it until an opening is obvious and then go through. This pattern, we're gonna bomb this one. This one's probably fine to do without bombing, but it takes forever. So we're literally just point blanking it, and then we're gonna trace with her. She moves up all the time, and then we just bomb. Make sure you're tracked with her. She moves around. And then she's dead. Sometimes it could wall you, unfortunately. I got lucky. I never ended up running into that. That one's been playing nice to me, unless you're stuck on the hard sides. This is probably technically the hardest non-spell, so it's fairly easy to get in the lanes. Wait, have we not been on Ichirin this whole time? Damn it. Alright. We'll get it for one last spell. She's got a pretty cool theme. So you get into the lane. The lane's pretty obvious. The hard part is these crisscrossing ones, these second to last ones. Because of their momentum, you cannot ride the lines of these purple lanes, because these will cross and cover a lot of horizontal. right here. But if we dodge either up into that part, or if we are just dodging up here in general, then look what happens. We're in the lane. Ah! These crisscrossing. The room that they cut here is not an issue because we're up here where we got all this room. A wider gap right here. This one, be ready to react bomb on that one. This here, we point blank, we bomb, and then she's dead. This is a fun one to do normally. But fuck it, we bomb. Oh man. I'm gonna be sick after this one. Now we get to stage 4. So hopefully the non-spells went good. That's like the main killing point here because we're actually doing them. The spell cards were all bombing. The route ends this with 2 bombs and this many pieces for this section. We want 2 green. I'm not even fucking kidding. Like if you have 1 green or the wrong colors, should probably reset. With this type of a routing. If your UFO route fucks up at the, like, stage 5 or, like, end of stage 5, then you can, it's fine. But, like, if you mess up your UFO route early, it just causes so many problems, it's not worth it. You should just reset. With this route. That's the penalty for this. That's the penalty for us being able to bomb all the bosses, is that our UFO route's really tight. Alright, if you saw our learning stream, this fucking start of this section took so long. It's so hard. This stage is very cool. Very, very hard. We are going to start right here, like all the other ones. Means we can hit this one right away. We're going to move up and into here. If this didn't die, its frogs will kill it. Right one here. Kill it in that order. This will, in that way, you're popping this middle carrier immediately. This one is going to bounce. The route actually keeps it blue. And then dips out and makes it green. I dip out immediately and make it green and then sit on it. You can accidentally pick this up pretty easily. UFO hitboxes are pretty small. If you're sitting on it, look at how it bounces off this wall. You can accidentally pick it up. Trying to, like, freeze it. Look at your aura. If your aura is kind of in this, like, shape... I'm so dumb right now that I can't remember what a fucking pentagon is called. Your aura's generally around there. You're not going to pick it up because even if it bounces, like, you're far enough away. And you still freeze it. When do we want to pick this shit up? Everything from now on is extremely fucking tight timing. We want to pick this up the moment it bounces. We're trying to pick this up ASAP. Now it begins. We can delay it later and it'll cancel some of these bullets, but then it makes the next section really hard. I found just fuck it, make the next section really easy. So first, we do have to do some dodging. We do have to dodge these. It's not that bad though. We need to kill these UFOs, but more importantly, we need to kill this purple UFO. Here's the thing with this game. Even if we're not going to use the UFO that one drops, because there's an order of left, right, that the UFOs will begin their trajectory. If we pop an extra UFO carrier or the wrong UFO carrier at the wrong time, that UFO is going in the wrong direction, and for the rest of the stage, our UFOs are mirrored, which is not good. It fucks with our route so hard. So at all costs, we're trying to hit this one with shot before we move on. Our UFO is blocking it. Don't worry. Even if it's blocking it for a majority of it, it's okay. It will dip just like this. We can kill it. Just stay and kill the purple jackass here. As soon as that dies, don't pick up the green UFO. So we sweep down and around. We are moving and killing this one here and trying to be as high up as possible. If you are not as high up as possible to kill this UFO spawner, and we're stuck down here like this, we will then need to get up higher. We need to get up higher because killing this will kill our run. Do not kill that. Our frogs can fucking hit it. That's why we're high up. And because of the way that this UFO traces us, it's fine. It will move up over here so we can move up and kill it quickly. So look at the timing. UFO, as soon as this bounces, kill this, kill this, kill this. Now move over here, kill that, kill that, kill that. Now move up. Pop this. Why are we so... Why is it so important that we do that at that exact timing? Because if we do it any later, this will pass by, this will pass by, this will be in our way. These will be shooting us in a way where we can't pick up the UFOs. If we do this and kill this UFO as fast as possible and kill it high up so we don't accidentally trigger this one, you see it's like, it goes away. See this purple one? No UFO drop, thank God. We don't want it. It's some blue bullshit, and it fucks our left and right for the rest of the run. We kill it here, and now bam, we're picking up red, green, blue. Why that order? Ah! Why that order? Because if you pick up blue, red, and then like if depending on different timings, this shit is it's not gonna be 100% consistent. You're trying to kill this as fast as possible so that these are in a line over here as much as you can. But like this green one's the only one that's gonna rotate. This red one is going to the left, so we don't want to pick up green, and now the red one's over here, and now we got a green one in our way. Pick up the red. I've had times where I could pick up the blue too. Pick up the green. Pick it up fucking quickly, because these are about to stop being canceled and shoot us. Pick up the blue. Bam, that's canceling the rest of those bullets. These bullets over here are a huge problem. So we're over here, kill that one. Kill this top right one. Kill this fucking quickly. Hurry. Fucking hurry. Get your fucking kill it. Okay, now it's good. You gotta kill it fast so that this happens, this happens, this happens, while these bullets cannot interrupt you. And these won't be a problem. We can pick up this bomb carrier, and now we're shooting this one. We can dip up and around here. These, like, the way these work is that they will get this first shot off, and then this, you can't stop this outside of a cancel. It'll drag all the way down. Because it does that slowly, you can move up and not hit this. We hit this one for a little bit, but the important thing is one fairy fills this up halfway. Second fairy fills it up the next halfway. We're popping a bomb around this general time frame. Basically, when this is like halfway, about this point, you time it based off these. Basically, when it's about to hit you. Notice how this is a rainbow one, so it's going to deliver us 2 UFOs. We kill that fairy. Make sure you kill the fairy before the UFO. So that fills up the items. It pops this one because we just filled it up with items, and then we killed it. So now it's popping this one. What did we do from this point onwards? Pick up green, pick up green, pick up green. Why are we using that bomb? Not only just to make the section easier, but also, look up here. Oh, did you see that explosion right here? Look right here. Like right here, right here. Oh, just in time to kill these. So if we time it around there, it's gonna pop these, and these won't come down and shoot this purple bullshit. Right at this timing. Pick up green, pick up green. Pick up green, don't sit on it. I got really close to freezing it. Pick up green, new UFO. These will all come in. What do we want to do at this point? Those 2 enemies died. Because of that, these UFOs are coming in. That's why the bomb is so important. This is a flashing one that we want green after this UFO. It's about to become green. We don't want that to happen. We can adjust if it happens and pick it up later, but it's annoying. So we're going to try to sit on this one so it stops being green. This is a blue. We don't care about the blue. So before the UFO's dead, we're going to pick that one up. So what does this look like? As soon as this happens, we move up here and we sit on this one. While hitting this UFO, when this one comes in, we delete it. Ooh, you don't want that one to become green because then it gets a bit spicy. But if this happens, you do what we were talking about earlier on Ichiran stage or Kogasa. I forgot which one. Where we basically move along with it, but while moving downwards, so we're still hitting the UFO. As soon as UFO pops, this is the most important one to get out of the way. It's the one that's going to turn off of green the fastest. This one becomes green. And we're here. Just kill these, it doesn't matter. I was doing some left, right, perfect thing. Doesn't fucking matter. These are easy to dodge. Pick up the green. Kill everything in order. The replay we're copying basically kills all of these and then pops the UFO. It doesn't fucking matter. Pick up green and pick up red. So if this one has, if you pop the UFO and this one has just become green, and you're right by it, pick up the green, and then wait for this one to become red. Otherwise, this one's way over here, and it's about to become red, so I'll just pick this one up while it's green. This becomes red. Now we're on to the mid-boss. I fucking hate this thing. This is a fairly static pattern, but it's kind of funky. You kind of have to vibe with it. Do it a bunch so you know what you can get away with. Here's the movement. We're going to start on this puddle. We're going to hold unfocused so we get a lot of these out. And then we move up and then focus in. This is causing us to move up with, and all of our frogs are trying to kill as many of these bullet spawning spirits as possible. And then we hold focus where our frogs are faster, so we kill the ones in front of us. So we get as few of these generating as possible. And then we dodge through this pattern. I'm really bad at this, so you probably want to just fill out a better way than I am. Each one is slightly different. They are easier or harder depending on which ghosts you kill. This last one, however, we start from here, holding unfocused, and then we move right aggressively and do this this L. The only thing you have to worry about is this horizontal one. Yo, what up, Fox? The only thing you want to worry about is this horizontal one, because that one can wall you in. So you just make sure that you pass it. Oh my god. That's the mid-boss. We'll talk about it more when it gets way harder on stage 6. What a UFO tastes like? I'm pretty sure that these UFOs are literally wooden boxes. To everybody but, like, the main characters, these are basically storage boxes. But the main characters see them as UFOs because Noy's fucking with them. They'll probably taste like wood. Oh, I wish we were at you yet. We still got... fucking second half of stage 4. This shit is so hard. We get to extend. Cool. Look at our resources. This is our... for as fucked up as this route is in, like, execution, just look over here and you can see why it's worth it. We need to pop these immediately. You kill these in order. From right to left. Don't go over here yet. Just keep going right to left. Waiting as you kill them. And now we're trying to pick this up as fast as possible. You pick it up quickly, and it deletes all these bullets in the middle. I even got so lucky it deleted some here. Sometimes these bullets are here in this curve, and it's really hard to pick this up. Are we going to see the resources drop in 10 seconds? Nah, check this out. Look at these resources. You get so fucking many resources with this route. It's crazy. Like, you basically max out on Show, and then you max out on Byakuran if you do it right. And we're bombing everything like crazy. The downside. Fucking the stage routing is so hard. This day, I'd appreciate this stage more if it was less bullshit in the second half. The music's so good. So right to left. If you can pick this up, it's usually hard because it's in that line. Otherwise, you come out of it, and then you pick it up later when it's easy. We're trying to kill this as fast as possible on the left side because you see it's popping out of blue. Alright, this section gets a whole lot easier if you start it off good. As soon as this pops, tap right or left just for a split second and then go over and pick up this as it's green. Holding unfocused. Basically, the frogs are going to cover a side. We are basically starting right under where these begin, and then towards the tail half of them spawning in, we will now go to the other side. And the frogs will carry the rest of them. And you barely have to do any dodging. So this pops, slight right, slight left, just to make this first bit easier, and then we just do this. Making sure to pick that up while it's green. It's easy, it's always green there. These pop, we want to pick this up immediately. Here's some weird shit. Oh god, here's where it gets weird. So if you kill this immediately, I think the UFO setup is easier, but the dodge right here is harder. So we get right under here. I stop shooting for a second. The edamame route also picks up this UFO late, so by happenstance, they shoot this later. So I tried shooting this later to compensate to make it similar. Tap down, and it dies. From here, If you, we're gonna line up to like next to the UFOs, this spot that we're onto over and over again. You do have a question. Since you're doing Lunatic 1cc's, do you plan to clear extras? Yeah. I'm more interested in the Lunatics. So once we run out of Lunatics, we'll be doing the extras. The only extras I've done were like 8 and 7, like 100 years ago. So we shoot this, and if you killed this, if you spawn this UFO as fast as possible, and you killed this as immediately as possible, these lingering bullets will be fucked up, and they'll shove you into the hard middle really fast, and you won't be able to pick these up. So by delaying for just a split second and then shooting this UFO, we can now go here, and the remaining bullets here, you don't have to tap that much to dodge that initial wave. And now these are delayed back here. We hold unfocused to try to kill these, and it's really important that we're unfocused to hit like the UFO carriers. And then we will tap. If we're not sure we're going to pick up these stars, we'll tap focus for a split second just to grab them. All right, ready for fucked up shit? Oh God. So we pick up greens for the majority, but remember, this is how we'll remember that it's now red section. You see these Zako, they're all red. So we're now picking up red UFOs. It is so hard to get these in the exact consistent position because of the nature of those UFOs coming in from these enemies. Like, you'll pop one, maybe it bounce left or right. You'll pop the other, maybe it bounce left or right. Who the fuck knows? Basically, we are trying to just eyeball red ones. We are trying to pick up a red, and then as we pick up whatever first red we picked up, we're now looking for whichever flashing red is there so we can pick it up. This one's flashing red, but fucking why is it over? This blue one, man. Oh, yeah. We picked it up somehow, but then I missed picking it up there. You ready to see fucked up shit? This is the real fucked up shit. It's like pick up 3 reds while all of this shit is going on. And it's important that you pick up the not flashing red. You need 1 flashing red, 2 not flashing reds, and it, like, the one flat, you can't just wait for one of these to become flashing because there's a specific one we need later. So it's just the one that's already flashing and red immediately is the one we want to pick up before it varies, and then we pick up some red. I had the bomb here. Luckily, there's so many things here that we got both of the things. Let's look at edamame first so you can see how we adapted from that. All the way in fucking stage 2. I see edamame version. Pick up red. Flashing red, pick up red. You can delete the 2 blues. I forgot about that to do that in my run. You delete the 2 blues so they're not in the way. You kill this as fast as possible because this shit is scary to dodge. You pick up a green and then bomb at that time. You need to bomb late. You cannot bomb and then go pick it up. You need to delay or do shit because this bomb is super fucking important that it very at the tail end hits some enemies. Otherwise your run's dead. It's not actually dead. It just means you lose a bomb. Just bomb late. And pick up a green right as the flash goes out so you don't insta-kill your UFO. It has times to pick up items. Now you're trying to point blank it. You pick up green, green, green. You kill a fairy, it's now filled. You're trying to delay the kill as long as possible so it cancels its many hard bullets. And from here, you're picking up 2 greens, and then you have to live. Yeah, this shit is hyper specific. Here's how we make up for it, though. So I was super worried in this run about how fucking specific that is, because it can be so wrong so easily. The way we compensate is that we did that shit earlier in the run, so we have some extra bombs available versus the edamame route. So even though here we needed to pop a bomb and then pick up the reds, and then here was that planned bomb I talked about. See, we're tracking this very specific UFO. It's this one that's here. It's gonna go this way and this way. You might want to pick up this one, but it's the one to the left of it. The one that's not on the right side. You go pick up this one. You sit on it so it doesn't change color, and then you grab it. And now, if you did it right, these greens wouldn't be passing it by. You would kill the UFO and then pick up the greens. We had to improvise, so we killed this, and then pick up green. Now we're waiting for another green. We're trying to make it up. Basically, we fucked this up. We're just trying to get that green one, and now we're just trying to end the stage on 2 greens. Even if we miss out on a bomb carrier or have to bomb again here to ensure that we get 2 greens, we just have to end this stage with 2 greens at all costs. There's so many things that go wrong. Just use your bomb and pick up 2 greens. Losing a bomb because we didn't fill it up with items or just missing a UFO entirely is a perfectly fine mistake compared to having 2 greens. Because if we need 2 greens going into the next stage, otherwise our whole routing's fucked. And instead of building up 8 bombs and bombing the next stage, we're gonna lose all of our bombs and maybe lives and not have bombs for show, and then Byakuran we're not gonna have bombs on. That all goes wrong. Even if you fucking die here, it doesn't matter. Even if you use the extra bomb there, that is nothing compared to not ending the stage off 2 greens. So make sure you end it off on 2 greens and using the bombs to ensure if anything fucked up like ours did there. It's like, you gotta study the edamame run to know how it works when it's perfect, and then you need to study how to bomb to save yourself. Like bomb right here. Like sometimes it will just so happen that the only time that these end off on green are when they're in fucking the corner and you need to bomb. You still have resources on that part in case it goes wrong. Yeah. That's why earlier we like ended up doing a couple of the easier non-spells instead of getting them out of the way. Even though we would overcap later if the run went perfectly, just for cases like this that happen. Now for Muramasa. She's really easy compared to that crazy shit we just did. That second half, don't worry if that's a wall for you, because that's like the hardest part of the game. Up until we get to second half of stage 5, which is the next hardest part of the game. Muramasa though, here is your reward. Look at our resources. We have fucking almost full lives, and we have full bombs. This is the ransomware girl. Luckily, nothing for Sane B with green UFOs. Check this shit out. So this first pattern is probably the hardest thing you have to do in this fight. It's actually static, but based off where her movement is random, and because the initial wave ends off on slower bullets and then immediately fires fast bullets into the slower ones, we have some overlap between the 2 waves. How do we do it? Well, the first wave, all we do is we sit under her and then we tap to the left. This big clump here is pretty big. We curve around it, and we're basically just trying to sit directly under her for the whole pattern, and when we need to move, we move in a C to the left. Trying to end off on where she initially starts the pattern, and it makes it so we don't have to deal with anything. Sinking anchor, it's aimed on us. We start on one side and not point blanking, because look at the fucking May anchor. It's fucking big. Don't get hit by this easy ass pattern at the start. Just do this shit. And literally this is all you do. It's like a normal mode level pattern. It's easy as fuck. You just go on one side and go to the other. It doesn't matter. You kill it before these can move up and become a problem. Yeah, it's big. What do we do now? This pattern, this one should be terrifying. Look at all this shit. Fucking looks spooky, right? There's a trick to this. So I want you to use your eyes and only look at purple bullets and see if you can notice the trick. I'm talking about these bullets, this color. Only look at purple and look at Sane down here. Tell me if you notice anything. Have you noticed that every single blue bullet misses if we are directly under... If we are directly under her, every single blue bullet misses. The only thing that matters is at the tail half of it, we have this purple bullet, this purple bullet, this purple bullet. So you can do a static movement. You just sit here. They create a path if you only dodge the center purple. Exactly. So these 2 purples here, like sometimes you're already dodging it, but like what I do, I tap diagonally down to the left, tap diagonal because you make a smaller movement doing it that way. Like that diagonally down here, you're moving shorter than a hard to the right. All you do is tap down left, down right, down left. Or down right, down left, down right. Down right, down left, down right. Bam, pattern's done. Super easy. How about this pattern? We point blank her, And then second pattern happens, we bomb, and then we point blank her, and then she's dead. There's a glitch with this pattern where basically the bullets will spawn in, they won't be canceled, and you'll get some bullets coming in from this pattern depending on how you aimed it. But we plan on bombing this one. You're laughing so hard every time you scream from minimizing the route. This is the shit I really care about. That's the shit I super care about. Look at this pattern. It's scary. You just bomb that shit. Behold. Okay, this is the one finicky pattern. I'm gonna show you edamame because his is was actually less, or was more fucked up than mine. So we want to be point blanking her right away. We want to be on the side. Wow, that's right here. Point blank her right away, but not in the middle. Because she shoots these anchors. And now we dodge for a bit, and then once it's scary, we bomb. The thing in this replay, though, look at what happens here. He doesn't have enough time to kill her, and has to actually dodge out of this, which is a bit scary. You can see how the bosses should feel when you bomb. You can't see the pretty patterns. I don't mind the pretty patterns. The pretty patterns can go eat one. Just kidding. I got traumatized from doing normal Touhous when I started with like fucked up in RNG patterns, and then finding out that you can make these bosses bow before you with stupid ass routing makes me so happy inside. So here's what happened to mine. Let me get that out of the way. We point blank as much as possible. You sit on a side, and then you move down without getting hit by the anchors. Point blank, point blank, point blank. We give us some room. Move down. We last until this point here and then bomb. It's that point specifically. Point blank, point blank, point blank, move down. She's dead. Oftentimes, you don't kill her that fast. Just as long as after the bomb, you're on the side of her, you will create a gap in the middle for you to kill her, but we killed her really fast. Alright, here. She will randomly pick one side. This is the ghost pattern. I'll play it out for a sec so you can see what this is. This is a timeout pattern. You can't hit her. She tracks based off you. She's like above you. Or if she's below, it's like that. Based off which half you're on. I can't do this shit without a bomb, but we can route it to make the bomb make it super brain dead. So here's the route we're gonna do. She's gonna pick left or right. So I start in a corner. She picked left, so now I go above her. So she got baited here. Now we move to the middle right. We're gonna bait her here and be in the corner. The next bait's gonna be over here. And now from this point on, we are basically just slowly working our way through these patterns until they're too hard. We don't care about keeping them pace up and not getting walled. We are literally just taking our sweet ass time, just moving through them comfortably. And then when we get to a position like this, where we're out of a pace, then we'll just delay as long as we feel comfortable doing so, and then pop a bomb. We stay here until we hear the teleport. Then she's planted, and now we could do this. If we hit all the corners, we have created hard, what's it fucking called? Cardinals. We've created hard cardinal directions, so getting through these patterns is hard down, hard right, hard up, hard left. It's really easy to delay the rest of this pattern. And now she's dead. Look at our resources. We bombed everything. We still have so many resources. Oh, God. I would say, if, like, you don't get here with the right amount of resources or something goes wrong, it might be worth learning the bosses normally, but this game is so hard that, like, learning the bosses just in case is, like, you might as well learn the game because those patterns are so goddamn hard. For Tiger Girl. Yeah. Everybody hates Sho. We don't hate Sho. She just fucking dies in this run. This is the hardest stage by far. This stage is really hard. This stage is really, really hard second half and a really easy Sho fight. So in order to build us a really easy Sho fight, we do this. So we start up here. I don't actually have a marker for it. If you really care, you could just pick somewhere on here. Make sure we're hitting it right away. We're trying to kill this first one. We're down a bit, so our frogs hit the other one for damage. As soon as it dies, we move over to the other lane and we hold focus. So we kill it slower than holding unfocus. We move to the left. Here's how I like to line this up. So, like, this shit is kind of... If you're not playing and you're just looking, or even if you are playing, this shit gets out of control fast. It gets weird to read. Basically, get into a lane, and we're just trying to dodge around this first... dodge through, or I guess we could have gone dip through this first purple. But basically, dodge one purple, and now you're in the purple lane. Just dodge through the first purple. And now everything, the rest of that's easy. Don't touch these UFOs, and then we're doing the same exact thing as stage 4. The beginning of that, we're hanging on here. Yeah, they overlap each other. That's why I'm like, if you get into the lane and then dodge through the purple, so like once I'm in the lane, the red doesn't matter. I'm only looking at purple, and now I can look at red again. That's like the order of operations there. This is red, sit on it.
Fine.
Give me half a second. So we sit on it, and instead of it being like as soon as it bounces, our cue is as soon as this shoots. If you do it as soon as it shoots, then this cancels everything. This is the terrifying section of this first half. It looks pretty easy, right? Like the UFOs cover everything. So here's the hard part. So we need to kill this UFO super fucking fast because we need to pick up a green and a green super fucking fast. These are about to switch off, or the one off the UFO isn't, but this one is. And these enemies are still shooting at you. It's fucking scary. It's hard to put into words, that section. It took me a really long time to get consistent. But here's the trick. As soon as you shoot, green UFO. Make your way around these, and as soon as you're comfortably around the red bullets, yeah, we want to have very specific amount of UFOs at the end of each stage so that this lines up perfectly. Otherwise, we have to do this raw or bomb these. And we need those bombs badly. So as soon as you're comfortably around the red, we're trying to point blank as much as we can. I'm loosely saying point blank. You don't need to like true point blank throughout this run. This is about the fire. If we sit at the bottom, our route's fucked. We have to be up here so this dies quickly. It will cancel out of this wave, so that's cool. And now we immediately need to rush top right. We're picking up the 2 green UFOs while rushing the top right with our face. If we just move around and stuff, these are gonna shoot at us. We have to put our body in the way here, and it'll cause these to die. So watch. These Zakos coming out, we ram into, and they don't get a shot off, and it's super consistent doing it that way. We kill green UFO super fast, so move up, kill it really fast. Move up fucking quickly so that those die, and we pick up the 2 greens, and now we pick up this one, and now it's lined up, so we just keep shooting it. It deletes that, and we're good. That's the hard part of this first half. These come in here, we want the right one first, not the left one. If we're kind of like this, off on the side, then both of our frog options will be hitting it if we're close. This is static. We don't care about killing these because this is like a blue or something. We don't give a shit about this one, and if we hit it, our left and right routing is all fucked. So we don't want to kill any more UFOs. So just this right one. And then we move down, and then we stay there, like in the middle. Next part's static. We're not shooting. We can tap to the left, and then go right. You can make up your own way to do it. It's static, so you'll dodge it that way every single time. Now, every time I double click, it is going away. All right, we're back. This part looks scary. It's nowhere near as scary as the similar section in stage 3. We start here, and you might think that you want to tap, 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 tap. No, you need to hopscotch. So look at our... ignore everything right now. Look at Sane. This is the speed at which we need to be moving. Now we can look at the enemies. So as soon as they spawn in and shoot, we big tap, big tap, big tap, big tap. What I like to do for this left side coming in, I like to be in the right middle. They shoot, we get to the top middle. They shoot, we need to bait these in a way that we can kill the next enemy as fast as fucking possible. This enemy, our run depends on whether we can kill this quickly or our run dies. So what do? I like being here and then moving these off on the side, and then we make one quick movement around. And like we said before, you're hitting like both of your frogs on one side and your main 2 shots. It's fine even if you just are in the middle. But this for sure we're making sure it dies fast. So we kill that really fast. It's super important. That's the only thing that can go wrong in the second half of this first half of this stage. Really important that you kill that UFO carrier immediately. Now we go to the left. You can sit on this for a little bit, and now we start again. We're doing the same thing, except because we sat on that one's green right here. If you didn't sit on it, then it'll be just about to switch. You can still pick it up, but it's like, it could go wrong, so we don't want that to be a problem. We pick it up, and same thing. Except now, this shit is way longer, so starting from here, we're going slow. We're riding the edge of the blue bullets. Just trying to be on the edge. You might have to move more aggressively because look at these angles. And now, we needed to kill that as fast as possible because if we killed it later, this will not become green and then it'll float away off screen. It's fucking horseshit. You gotta... Alright, look at this. So look at Sane. Her fucking dumbass is blocking our UFO. If we killed that enemy any later, then this would have spawned later, causing it to both... Either it will become green and then go off screen before we can pick it up while it's green, or it just won't become green, or it'll just be off screen. Stage 1 boss likes that cheese. For the point blank and stuff. Oop. Or stage 1 boss right here. We're gonna cheese Nazrin to set up our next half. Yo, what up, Kirby? We're losing our voice talking over the fucked up shit this game makes you do. We have really hard stage execution, but as a result, look at our resources, and this is with bombing, like every 2 seconds. Alright. Let me finish the thought on this one. So, whichever one is going to go off screen first is the one we want to grab. Maybe it's easier to grab this one before it, like, Sane appears and blocks you, but you need to make sure it's green. It's, like, glowy a little bit through her. It's a bit transparent. Yeah, it's, like, it's hard. You just gotta practice that. But if you kill that enemy fast, you will have enough time to pick it up while it's green. Nazrin, we were talking earlier about killing the mid-bosses will put you... If you kill them fast, then you're gonna get bonus sections because the whole stage is on a conveyor belt, including the mid-bosses. Nazrin, we want to kill at a very specific time, so our route is fine. So we start here under her, and as soon as these curve back in, we bomb. And then we kill her. It's not super specific there. We dip off of her, we're in the middle. She's got the pagoda. This is the pagoda pattern. As soon as they would collide in the middle, even if they don't hit you, just that about timing where they meet, you hit bomb, we sit on her, and then as soon as all these green, these reds have appeared, we stop. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. I swear to God, stop shooting. It's so easy to accidentally kill her. It might even be worth not shooting her during your bomb, and then you can get her down as much as you want here. We sit here, and then while these collapse in, once these have all completely spawned, we can start shooting her, and bam, now we're ready for the next section. Otherwise, you'll get enemies immediately, and your route's fucked. We are gonna sit up here, not at the point of collection, we need the items. Just sit up there to pick up that, and now the green's here. Don't grab it, sit on it so it doesn't move. As soon as bullets appeared. This is the second half of the stage. This is the hardest part of the game. We pick it up as soon as they shoot, so it at least covers some of this middle bit. We kill this left one before it shoots a purple pattern, or else we're probably gonna die. These purples overlapping are really hard to dodge. We are getting through here in the middle, so we hit this UFO. We're not on show yet. We kill that one. I guess don't kill that one. Make sure we're trying to kill this UFO. And the timing of this kill, I'm not super good at. But basically, we're trying to cover 2 waves of these enemies. So see, that one, it's super fucking weird, man. It's fucking weird. So, like, here's why it's weird. So you can either kill this UFO late and it'll cover the cancel over 2 patterns, or you kill it early and then pop both of these fairies manually. So, like, as soon as it dies regardless, we're trying to kill the right one and then the left one. Because if we kill the left one, then the left one is going to shoot their UFO to the left, and then the right one's going to shoot their UFO to the right. And all of the rest of our UFOs are off or out. So we need to make sure that we kill the right one first. So kill UFO, kill right one, kill left one. Pick up green, green. And then we want this one to be the one. This green, and then we'll hover over this specific green one so that we don't pick up that. We pop it. We're over here because when we pick up that green one, we're first killing this one. So our UFOs are still consistent. They're where we want to be. We're killing the right carriers at the right time. Green, green. As soon as they shoot, pick up this one. Kill these 2 as fast as you can. You don't want to dodge through over here because then you're not hitting the UFO. You need to get up here super fucking fast. Otherwise, you see how close we came to not being able to cancel this in time? You're trying to get damage on this so it cancels all the remaining patterns from you. And I fucking did pick up a bomb, which I was upset about in the moment, but look at this. Because we did all that earlier shit on Ichirin and Kogasa. By saving some bombs, it was fine. We were trying to pick up 3 reds. 3 reds. Very important 3 reds. Don't delete the 2 blues like we do in the last stage. We no longer need bomb pickups. Yeah, at least until a few more seconds. Until we reach show. Pick up this red. I'll show you Edamame real quick. He has a cleaner. Alright, so he pops the reds, and then he starts on the side they begin. Because the UFO movement is predictable, you can manipulate it. He does this, this, this. We pick up that item. Where is my mouse? He picks up this item, and he's trying to kill the UFO on the right side about when you pick up the item, and these 2 blues are about to reach the middle. So you pop the UFO for the cancel. You use the cancel. There's no bullets. You can comfortably pick up the 2 blues because we want a blue for next. And then I'll go back to my route. Basically, the second half of that is hard. So mine, I just ended up sitting in the middle because I didn't want to fuck with the UFO baiting. So we pick up 2 blues after popping this. Make sure you pick up the health item. It's easy to ignore those. Now that they come in together, we just gotta do raw dodging. It's way easier than the last stage's raw dodging. Like, trust me, just do it a bunch. And even when it looks like this, where, like, you can see them start to, like, super overlap like this. Just give it time, and you'll notice there's, like, a lot of openings. It is not bad. You can use a bomb there. If you do use a bomb there, you need to hold on to this blue. Or, like, no, that's what it was. You need to bomb hella early because we need to use this UFO. All these scoring items fall. Yeah, we don't care for score. There's no scoring extends. So all the blues do is just for the UFOs, and there's so many score items that it's like they fill the UFOs instantly. So if we don't bomb this section, and we have picked up the correct UFOs and popped all of those UFO carriers at the correct timing, there will be a just about to switch blue UFO right here, moving up, and we can sit on it and use it in the next section, and we pick it up as soon as that section's done, right away. Otherwise, there might be a blue right here, and it's about to switch, and then it switches off, and now you're dead. So, to prevent that, what you can also do is this hard section here, you can bomb early, make sure you sit on a blue UFO so it doesn't switch, and then pick up the blue UFO at the end of the bomb as this section starts. That's how you go use a bomb to make it more consistent. We start here, tap left, tap left. They have to be huge taps because the bullets go fairly wide. Get up here immediately, and you need to do very aggressive first taps downwards. Look what happened to me. I was too scared that I got here late. I was here fine. And I didn't do aggressive of taps. You see this one motherfucker. Look at this one right here. But what's important is not dying. Dying is literally of no consequence on the bosses. Losing this UFO would have hurt the route tremendously more than dying. So here's why dying doesn't matter on the bosses. We are bombing. We even got like a shit ton of power back from the UFO there. But like even if we were at like 3.1 or 3.2, because we're bombing the bosses, it's like, and the bosses will regen you back, it's fine. Dying on the stages is a bigger problem because then your UFOs might not be where you want them to be. You might want to pick one up, but you're dead. Ugh. Key thing here. So this one matters less if you have green at the end. If you do, then you can maximize your resources for Byakuren, the stage 6 boss. We're on stage 5. If it messes up, you can work with it. It's not as bad as fucking up stage 4. And really not as bad as fucking up stage 3 and going into stage 4 with the wrong amount of UFOs. The UFOs are the most important thing. Here's Sho. Everybody fucking hates this boss. Like, this is the most hated Touhou boss. Next to, like, Clown Piece and, like, Junko. And, like, that type of archetype. We hate curvy lasers. I don't know what you're talking about, because this boss doesn't have curvy lasers. Because we're going to bomb them all. So we come in with the 8 spells. Bomb. Also, another thing. Right before we go into here. Look at our bombs. In this game, you keep your bomb count. So when you have less than 1 bomb and you die, like 1 bomb or 0 bombs and you die, you come back with 2 bombs. So dying here technically deleted 2 bombs, but for the purpose of the route in the moment, our bombs are still fine. Like, we didn't lose any of them. We didn't psycho away our 9 bombs. Let's look at Sho. So curvy lasers, right? Never heard of that. I have the most annoying type of... Nope. I do not care what you shoot at me. I have bombs. First one, we bomb. Radiant Treasure Gun. Fucking... That one's a bit on the nose. It's kind of funny. Anyway, we bomb. That one's dead. We have our power back. This one. What bomb? So if you're horrifically behind, you can try dodging the first and third non-spell. The first one's easier, even though it looks scarier. This one's kind of fucked up in some little ways. But like if our route's on pace, you just bomb that shit. Oh yeah, this fucking shit. If you don't do enough damage, you want to peel off because this can shoot. And it's easy to dodge down here. This is a fun one to do, but it's not very safe to do. So we're just lasting as long as we can and just hitting Sho, and then we bomb, and that's it. This is our reward for suffering through all of that crazy-ass stage routing, is we get to bomb Sho. This is the one pattern where it's completely free. So here's the thing. Sho will move. That is the only threat in this pattern. We can keep circling around. We're just right outside of this purple aim. And we just keep going along the outside of the pattern because she can't move enough to hit us if we're on the outside. If she moves up to the top, we are still can be on the outside right here and it'll be fine. The one thing we have to worry about is as soon as she dies, she will sprint to the middle of the screen, hitting you in the process. So we shoot her while we're under her and like after she's moved. So basically if she moves, we can now sit on her and kill her. So this goes by faster. If she's low on health, then we basically stop shooting and kill her, so when she spawns, she goes in the middle. You find these dodges silly? These are like my favorite things. I live for that kind of stuff. It's like the SDOJ Stage 4 final. Alright, this one, just bomb it immediately. Notice how fast we bombed it. Fucking immediately. Why? Because I always forget. And I just sit here and I just like, I'm ready for the next pattern. Bam, that laser can hit you immediately. So just bomb immediately. Look at her health. It just dies. You don't even need to be precise with it. Final pattern. I'm less good at this one. You want to be right under her in a lane where you're constantly point blanking. If you're lucky, you will be in a position where the bullets directly above and below you do this curve downwards or upwards. For us, it didn't, so I bombed. So now, instead of her dying immediately, we have to do one more dodge. I thought about being safe and going, like, right here. What I should have done is just sat here. Because of this, I miscalculated the laser. And I thought I had have enough invuln to just do it fine. So we died there, but luckily power doesn't really matter. And lives don't really matter, actually. Like, lives are completely inconsequential. So that's like one of the most annoying Touhou bosses turned into a punching bag. Like, we fucking died on the boss and it didn't matter, even. Alright, you ready? We're on the Space Invader stage. This is the easiest stage in the game to route. Took me like 15 minutes, to be honest. You'll find out why. It's this starting section, though, is the hardest part. So we're trying to kill these two immediately, and then we stop shooting. We do dodges in the middle and to the right are easy to find the lane in here. You need to shoot these faster than I did. You can even pre-shoot twice. 2 taps at the bottom here. You won't pop these too early. You need to go up and kill these and then pick up these immediately. All of the items will go to the UFO and it's about half filled. We're killing it until the rumble reaches the point to where it's about to die. We stop shooting. We move to the right and now its one movement has been consumed and it moves over here. We kill this one here. We stop shooting. And then we shoot this one here. The stop shooting will give us enough time for this to reach the UFO. And then we use the cancel. And then we would go pick up a green. Wait a second. Bomb. And then we go pick up greens. Here, I had to bomb early. So here's what happens. Green, green. And then the next, this one here, this is the one you want to track. It's the one moving down and this way and up here. It's always consistently that one. And because it has time to change color, you can make sure you get this item first. And now we're on this one, the one that's bouncing here to here. It's green now. We pick it up as soon as it's green. If it's green earlier, then we sit on it. The reason we're doing that all and doing the bomb late is because this late bomb is supposed to hit these. There's supposed to be no bullets at this point, but whatever. Alright, from here on, everything is no longer strict. We want to do the UFOs in the order, but the actual routing doesn't fucking matter. So right now we're gonna do a green, a blue, a green. So here's the first green. This is the Space Invaders section. They all slowly move down. They drop a lot of items. Like one wave, well, easily enough here. We're picking up greens. You're gonna notice some blues are dropping. At the head or at the back of the train car of these Space Invader lines are gonna be a power-up dropper or a UFO carrier. And our Sane spread is so good that it just covers it extremely well. So why are we doing the order we're doing? Well, we want our bombs filled up. We want to get this to 8 before Byakuren. This doesn't sound as bad as stage 4. No, this is like easier than normal stage routing. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, you put your hands on this stage and it just does the whole stage for you with Sane. Even getting the right UFOs. It's just remembering, so that was our first green. Now our second green. So we're just running around and waiting for green. We're gonna get these 3 blues, but we want those for later. The actual next green is gonna be this top right one. Boom. Even though I point a collection and picked up a lot, look how many items it got. Alright, from here on, there is only 2 more greens available. Because there are only 2 more greens available, we cannot get any more bombs. However, there are 3 blues, and because you drop a rotating color swapping UFO off a blue one, we can pick up 3 blues and convert it into 1 green. So the third UFO is full blues. See? Now it's a flashing one. We pick up greens, and the stage is about over. And bam, that last one doesn't matter, it's just blue. And that one also doesn't matter. Alright, this section, it's literally exactly the same as in stage 4, this Nue mid-boss thing. Except, everything is way faster, which means you can't kill the spirits as fast, which means you have to be way more confident in what you're doing. I labbed this for maybe like 3 minutes, so you're gonna see the consequence of that. I basically said, fuck it, it's like the original, I'll just dodge it. I want to do runs now. So I blew 2 bombs here. I'll show you exactly why I made that mistake. So we're doing the same position, move up. So look at right here. So you need to more aggressively move into the safe spot. So I'm in this lane right here. You see this upcoming bullet lane right here? This one right here? We need to aggressively move into there because if we keep moving down with this lane, look, we're going to get walled like this. And now we're walled. So what you do is you identify this thing that you can enter. And then you get in that. Same thing with this one. Now for this one, same exact thing. Except I find on the... Where was the right dodge there? Yeah, I went to the right lane instead of the left lane. You just gotta do this a bunch, probably. The right one is really easy. You just start left and you just hard go right. So if you did the route correctly, even with our fuck-ups, with our 2 deaths... Have we died twice? One on show and one at the end of right before show. So lives don't fucking matter. Look at how many bombs we got. You would be here with 8 if you can do that last one. And now we got Byakuren. How is Byakuren? So show we annihilated. Miramasa we annihilated. How is the best theme in the game? Or in Touhou in general? This is an incredible boss theme. And this is also an incredible boss in general. Unfortunately, we're not going to interact with it very much. We will interact with the start of it. Alright, the first movement we want to do is right. So you see these formations? We are trying to get... See how it's curved like that? We're trying to enter here. And we're going to go right. Now we do that, but going left. So it doesn't matter. We don't need to be in the middle because if we go right here, we're going to get walled off and we're going to get splatted. So we can go around here and then go left with that or go here. Here's enough room. Our speed is enough that we can hold focus through the whole thing, except at the end you unfocus to clear the last one. And this is a really easy pattern. It looks actually scarier than it actually is. The only reason you can fuck this up is if you accidentally wall yourself by being too close to the wall. This one, this is a scary one. We bomb it. And it's dead. Next one. The non-spells explode when you touch them. So watch. You can bomb way earlier. Like as soon as you see the floral wings, you just bomb that. She's dead. This pattern looks terrifying. I'll show you. This pattern looks fucking horrifying. I like this pattern because this is a very Touhou 8-coded pattern. But this one looks like it would be terrifying. And the first time you try it, it is terrifying. However, it's completely static and it's easy static. So let me show you. This is like a completely free pattern. So we point blank starting on a side and then we dodge into the middle. Now we go from the middle and we dodge to the side. These are rotating in, so they're about to hit us. So we move out. And this is about the hardest thing you have to do. You basically have to be up in here. So I went 2 down, so you just move up a bit. And we just stay right here. Now that's about to hit us, so we tap to a side. Now here's the rule for the rest of this pattern. We have a gap in this hard middle here. And we can just keep baiting the 2 lasers here, where the laser is currently, and where we are currently. And we auto-dodge all the bullets. Watch, see, the bullets just miss and miss. So watch, as we move down, like past this first dodge, which is weird, now we're just in the middle here. It does the pattern for us. None of the bullets exist. So like that's a completely free bomb you can save. Bomb this, it dies. Here's Sho coming back for revenge. We got more curvy lasers. We bomb this one too. You don't even need to last for that long until these stars appear. You just bomb it and it dies. I am so bad at this non-spell. I can't help with it. Here's where my shit ended. You need to point blank for longer than I did, and you need to create a gap to go back to the left faster than I did. I'll show you Edamame because he actually knows how to do it. If you're fast enough, you can actually kill it like right at that point where I just bombed. Alright, here's how he does it. So you sit up there aggressively, you go in, you go in, you go in. She starts to move now. And now we're trying to create a gap as soon as she moves. You can kill her here, but just to be safe, you can go around and treat things one at a time. And then she dies. That's how you do that. For me, I needed a bomb. Next pattern, Devil's Recitation. This is like one of the coolest Touhou patterns. This is the one that's taken from a PC98 game. It's like one of Shiki's patterns or something. We're just trying to not move from the center. This is also, I like Larsa containment patterns, and that's what this one does a lot of. The danger here are these mid-sized bullets that are random. So while we can aim these ones and just move slightly to the side, because moving slightly to the side for these donuts will make it so we're safe from... Oh my, we're back here. Moving slightly to the side makes it so that these blue shots aren't a problem. And then we just have to react and move up and down, or like hard move to a side. Basically, by the time these lasers hit is when you would want the bomb. Because the lasers restrict our left and right movement. Yeah, he copied from himself. I actually think this is a super doable pattern. I mean, I haven't practiced it that much. I fucking only have tested... I've only done this pattern 11 times. Well, for not having practiced it, I think 3 is a good ratio. Anyway, you want to bomb this one. Basically, you start off point blanking her here. She'll always move in the same positions. And then right here. And then move left. Point blank. Move down. The bullets come in. You bomb. She's dead. You just move to where she is, and she dies before anything can overlap. The dodges, they're not that bad. Like, you can just sit in this corner and dodge, and you just keep sitting here, and she'll eventually come back, and she'll splat the moment she's back. I fucked up the dodge, though. It made me sad. That would have been a cool one to capture in the run. And it made us not have enough power. Bomb, 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 death. Yeah, at least with this type of... Except this one, this route, we only died due to my incompetence in the route versus like the route making you want to die. Like when we were doing Touhou 11 and we were suiciding on purpose for resource. So this is going to give you a full power back and then some. So if you're 3 or slightly below 3, you're going to get them all back. You must... So Sane, this is a hard final pattern. Sane can comfortably 2-bomb it or even 1-bomb it. Because she does so much point blank at the start. So point blank this here, 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 and then you're just riding along, and then whenever they really collapse in, you hold unfocus, you move down. I fucking wasn't thinking, so I panicked and lost a shit ton of damage because of that, which is gonna cost us like extra bomb or 2. But like this is easy to move through, then you get up point blank, 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 blank. You keep doing that, keep doing that. And now things get harder, so you can either tap down, wait for these to give you a gap and do one hard movement up, or you can dodge them one at a time. You kind of got to feel it out, what you feel comfortable with. This is the part, like generally around here, next wave is when I usually have to bomb normal. Basically, once the health reaches half is when a pattern gets noticeably harder, and I usually need a first bomb. Like these bullets that come from the side right here while you're trying to do dodges are real bastards. She has a bomb shield. However, if the route has been going good, we've died 3 times in places where we shouldn't have died, and we have so many lives. Even with the low power, when you spawn back in, you really want to make use out of your first life. Like, it might almost even be worse suiciding on Superhuman, the last pattern. If you have no bombs, just to build 2 bombs, you get the power back from killing Superhuman, and now you could double bomb this with 4 power. That could be something that's worth it if you have, like, a shit ton of lives to spare. Or you could just do it. We made it. Oh, man. Oh, do we got any... We got an ending thing? Yeah. We did it. We made it to the end. Oh, God. My throat is feeling it more than normal. We've been talking really fast for really long. How long has this stream been going? I started at 6:30. Oh, that's not too bad. 2.5 hours of rapid speak. But that's the run, so I wanted to share that because I'm a huge fan of these structured survival routes of otherwise hard games, especially Touhou, where Touhou is all about the dodging, not the routing. And you can route these games with stuff like this. That stuff I really, really enjoy. And like this route, could you do an easier route? Yes, it will get you. You will have to dodge the final pattern with 1 or 2 lives. It will be less intensive in the learning. It will be less executional for the stages, but there is no dodging on the bosses. There is no dodging on them. It is, if you're trading off stage difficulty and boss difficulty, you're getting rid of the boss difficulty. Like, you saw how much my history was on Byakuren. You don't need to know that much to be able to bomb every pattern. Like, this strategy is built for no missing. So if you do everything correct, you can, like, the only scary thing is like double bombing the final. Edamame beats it with like I guess we'll show his real quick. Edamame beats it with 1 bomb and then just uses a safety bomb. Yeah, I'm a fan of this route. That's why Edamame is like my favorite player, because he's got loads of these styles of routes. So I'm excited to start doing them. For 10 Desires, we're gonna copy his like Marissa no miss route. We're gonna try going for the no miss because the game is really easy. Like even with that qualification, and even with the lower resource count in 10 Desires, you still can like out-resource the game. It's not bad at all. So you can see he had to bomb at like the halfway health point, and then from here on, he was a hero. And I think he only needed to bomb at the end just to like be extra safe, because while it slows down, you can be hit in this game. So he just bomb at the end. And that's his like no miss run. And then us with getting hit, getting clipped in like 3 silly places, and then like getting tagged on Superhuman led us to having 5 lives left. You finally made 1cc on Eshkatos normal? Hell yeah, dude. Oh, dude, that's such a good game. I've been thinking about that one a lot recently. Congrats on the 1cc, because final stage nerves. Yeah, it's like arcade difficulty. I'd be pretty proud of that one. Well, I need to catch up with you and do that one. That game is so good. I've been trying to decide on doing a normal or hard. I don't care for hardest, because that's like take too long. That shit is crazy, crazy hard. Hard is like, I would learn Eshkatos going in with wanting to make a guide of it. Actually, has somebody made an Eshkatos normal guide already? Because if they have, then I'll do hard. If they haven't, then I'll do... I remember seeing Crimson Clover. Crimson Clover has normal guide. Eshkatos normal guide. Okay, Velgard has a guide. Oh, that'll be a fun one to learn. Game is so sick. Alright, what's another theme? This one's kind of repetitive. So that's this route. I plan on making... Basically, what I want to do is I've been wanting to do guide or commentary, and then the next video be hard game. So if you've noticed, it's been 1cc guide, the 2-all commentary, 1cc guide, 2-all commentary. Those take a bit to make, which is why I don't want to burn out by making them like as soon as I'm done with the routing, which is why like I haven't made the DFK one yet. Oh, this is a good ending theme. So that's why those are aimed. I gotta make a DFK one, and I gotta relearn DFK so I could do the commentary. But I'm gonna replace those with the Touhou. We're gonna do a 1cc guide and then a Lunatic Touhou commentary. It's not gonna be a guide. It's just gonna be a trying to pause as little as possible while explaining what's going on. It would be like surviving every Touhou on Lunatic, and then name of the game. That's the idea right now. And then the other one, it'd be like alternating 1cc guide, whatever. That's the goal. That might take a minute because I wasn't expecting to do 6 fucking... is it 6? Or is it a weird number? I'm dumb. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 7 games. We've done 7 Touhou games in like a month and a half. I thought this shit was gonna be like 2 all difficulty level for fucking Lunatic. Or at least like 2 all difficulty without the first loop. No. These are routable. Even this game took a long time though. This one's like up there in difficulty. The other ones you can learn in days. This shit is so hard. This shit took so much grinding for the little details, which is why I wanted to do this video ahead of the videos, because I need to remember all this little shit. And even when I do make a video, I can't go over in a timely fashion all the little things. So I thought this might be interesting. I was a bit worried because not many players might want to have it be as strict as this, because this type of a route, if you fuck up a UFO, you're dead, like the run's over. But you can die on it, and it does kill all the bosses, so if anything, this is interesting to a Lunatic survival player. If you watch your route, you can see your quick downfall on stage 5, and that's the worst feeling, when you got a good run, and then you like waterfall all your resources in the end game. I was just playing a Kaikatana Shin yesterday. I was meeting with some shmup people, and they're like, fuck it, they got a Kaikatana Shin on there. And I almost got the TLB, and then I basically, like, forgot everything, and then barely cleared normal. I forgot all the stuff in my video. I forget the routes, because I move on to routes so quickly, I do not remember jack dick. I'm gonna play Dodonpachi, the 2-all, for Shmup Slam, the next one, in June. And I did a Dodonpachi one, and I remembered a lot more than I thought I would, but like, it was basically a 5 CCs from starting second loop. I gotta go back and like refine it again. 12 alone took like 2 months, given you made your own route. I cannot imagine making your own route in this game. That shit seems so hard. I was talking to Dr. Tan, and he made his own, like, Guwange route and everything. That shit's crazy. That shit's gotta take so long. And, like, Ikaruga route. I'm like, good Christ, I can't imagine doing those. But, I do games fast and then don't cement them into memory. So I often forget everything. Like, if I tossed a Ketsui, or, like, I played that more recently. If I tossed a DOJ credit in, I'll probably like 3 miss the first loop. I'm like, we got our 2-all in like 6 tries, and now if I try it, I'll probably die in the first loop like over and over. So like I quickly forget the routing, but I do pick it up fast if I like pick it up again and like look at the old replay. If you played Blue Revolver, I have it. I haven't tried it yet. That's one that's been on the bucket list. Half the reason Emote's been taking so long because you've been routing mostly on your own. That'll do it. Those revenge bullets are like hard to figure out blind. That's like a whole lot. That's like a whole lot to deal with. So quick with routing. Only games route quick Galuda 1. It's because of the routes we pick. Because they're like turbo survival, they cover everything. So like a Kaikatana did not take very long at all, despite trying for a no miss. And that's not like I'm really fast at learning. It's like the route covers everything. I am happy with my ability to like understand what's going on in replays, just because I've watched so many and like fucked with so many games. I could like piece together what people are trying to do. But like aside from that, I don't feel like I have any better dodging skill or better like adaptation skill than like any other person. It's just finding the replay that's super good. How do live runs work there? So you bring your setup, and the way we had it is there was the stage, and there was one. Oh, speaking of, yo Kirby, are you doing slam? Because I'm driving there with some people. There's a good chance we could probably take you there too, if you were interested in that. Sane's better than Reimu. Yeah, Reimu deletes some patterns faster. She's probably better for a no miss, no bomb. But like Sonic B's crazy fucking strong. Just everything works on there. What was I? Oh yeah, sorry, live setup. We had the stage. There would be the live play there. And it was basically like they were up on stage, had the monitor, had like the screens up there and everybody watching. You can see in the background of like Slam 7. And then next to, like on the other side of where the current person was playing, was the next to approach person. And they were setting up their thing to make sure it worked. And then just like doing practice until the current person's run was done. And then they'd move their setup over. That's where all of the like the break time is in between runs. And like we kept giving Mark problems with getting our setups. I didn't know if any of my runs would work because I just kept giving him problematic shit. I almost didn't play anything at Slam 7, which would have been tragic. Ugh. Yeah, you're like I'm almost certain they would like be fine. We'd have to figure out room stuff. I could see if like our room could fit another person because we're squeezing like a shit ton of people. We probably could, but at minimum we got like hella plus like that's like an 8-hour drive. Slam's in Aki Harbor Arcade, Colorado. That's like 8 hour from me. I'm in like buttfuck Utah. It's more fun with more people. Yeah, I just plan on bringing an air mattress. Will feel good when you complete it with your own route. That's hella a thing. So like you get way more connected if you're like, because you gotta figure stuff out. It's not like stuff passes by and you're just going with the flow with the route. Like my most proud of route is that one I did at Slam, the Gate of Thunder. That run took longer to construct and practice than getting SDOJ with Hibachi and my DDP 2-all. I'm not even joking you. Because that's why I steal from replays. It takes too long. Yeah, that's a lot of money to make it here in Peru. You can sign up for a run, though. Like, you don't need to be doing a 2-all to do a cool run. Like last time we had a DFK run that was like a 1-all, and they had never cleared the game before. And that was like their first time on it. I'm really hoping there's actually enough room I could fit 2 runs in, because it's super cool having like one day doing a run and other day doing a run. But yeah, Fizzle, if you're asking about live runs, like if you want to do if you'd be in person, you should. That shit is way... If you've done like a fighting game tournament before and not a shmup meetup, it's basically that, but with shmup people. So everybody's there for shmups. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Got a lot of time. We'll probably have room. I'll try to figure out those details. So, what is next? So, there's one you'd want to do. Gunbird 2? That'd be a cool one. Your best Psycho. It would be extreme. Mark would love you for doing a Psycho game also. Since that shit would be fast. If you can make it, you think you just want to do Futari. Yeah, what mode you thinking for Futari? I think so far, the guy who did a Mushi Black Label Maniac is thinking of doing that one again. And then I'm not sure if there's like any other ones available. You got like the wide... Or even if they overlap. God Mode Palm, no TLB. That would be sick. I've never seen Palm in God Mode. That'd be a sick run. Oh, that needs to be our hard game. So I've been trying to figure out what our hard game should be next. Because the next Touhous are easy as fuck. I want to do hard game, easy game, like learning at the same time. So I don't lose my mind on the hard game. Because if you saw when I was learning DFK, I basically had no videos and nothing for like a month. Hard game is either Zatsuza route, where you play strong style in DFK Black Label. That would be a hard run. And it would tick off one of the last hibachis we need. Or God Mode. Touhou 15, but no cheese. I can't. I'm too cheesed in with the Touhous right now. I will have so much more fun on Sane doing stupid shit in that game. But so our next hard game might be one of those. Have you tried Clemson Crover? I haven't yet. I really should because everybody brings it up. It's a super good game. I've like played it in things like when it first had its like when I very first got into shmups and I was only in Touhou. I like got the first Windows Crimson Clover thing and was messing with that. Never actually learned it, and I haven't played it whenever I learned how to learn shmups and was doing 1cc's, so I don't have too much context on it. I think Dr. Tan's doing a Crimson Clover run, like original arcade for Slam. That should be cool. Utari God Reiko. Yeah, with the TLB, needing it to be perfect is rough, but like, you really do delete everything in that game. I thought God mode would be psycho hard, and it feels like I bet I think there's a good chance it might be easier than like SDOJ. Maybe not. It might be on that line. We'll find out whenever I commit to it. I did a stream of Futari God a bit ago, but what I ended up finding is so I have the perfect survival route, and it gets a lot of 30Ks. So for juicy golds. But then I'm like, I love the scoring in this game. So I thought about maybe what we can do is we'll learn some scoring with survival and hit like 4 mil. That would be the goal. There's a really good route. That's not that different from the survival one, but it gets like 4 mil or whatever the big 4 number is. But that's gonna take a long time, and I just keep moving on to stuff. It's just gonna be like dumped in the bucket. So I think I'm just gonna do the pure survival, try to hit TLB because it'll be a consistent route. That could be a hard game option. For not hard game options, but easier options, I was stuck in a hotel the other day, so I just labbed out all of Axley. So I just need to clean up Axley, and we might stream Axley soon. I need to do a R-Type video at some point. Pro Gear is a game I've been wanting to do a survival route for forever for the first loop. To show off that one, because that one is a game that people I see struggling with all the time, and there's like ways to simplify it pretty hard. Axley is such a good-looking game. That's like looks better than a lot of arcade shit. Either go for score or TLB. Going for both would be tilting. Yeah. Don't do both. It's so easy to fuck up in the scoring. Or like it would just be miserable trying to hit Spirit Larsa. So Axley we might do soon. Video wise, I haven't made I wanted to do a video every 2 weeks, but I'll be honest, streaming and learning new games is way funner than making videos. So I'm gonna get my ass this weekend though to make a what do you call it? A Maho Daisakusen video. Hey, what do you think? What do you think for Maho? So I'm not gonna do how to safely clear Maho because my route that we did to win is not like the safest. I would want to refine it more, even though it like no missed. There's some weird shit in there, so I want it to just not be 1cc guide, but the same exact format as the 1cc guide videos, just without that title because I don't feel comfy telling you to play exactly like how I played. I'm trying to think if I name it like Maho Daisakusen, the midpoint between Compile and Rising or some shit. And I don't know if I call it Maho Daisakusen or Sorcerer Striker. Because Sorcerer Striker implies you're on the easy version. Maho might like filter one way through your eye and out the other. As supposed to be your ear, but I realized that didn't make sense. It'd be cool if you made a Pro Gear guide that scored enough to realistically 2-all. Dude, I've thought about that for... I thought about ripping like Wes's run or just like a Fuku-chan has a really good 2-all that scores shit tons of extends for the first loop, but I'm tired of first loops at the moment. The DDPs really hit me hard. So I've been wanting to do some of the harder one loop games before I go back into Ketsuya Mote or like a Pro Gear 2-all. Pro Gear 2-all is super cool though. Like that's a cool ass game. The people have similar tastes, I've noticed. I've also really liked the Pro Gear 2-all. Yeah, scoring isn't the worst at all. Like scoring really high though is I'm gonna have to mess with it. Friend is working on 1cc's of PC Engine shmups, specifically Super Star Soldier, Star Parodier. That would be good because I like I was literally looking like today, looking at like Soldier Blade. I was looking at like Omko's run, and there's is it X Mosquito who made a commentary? Somebody made a commentary of like no misses of stuff through it. I was just going through those. Pro Gear 2 all is fun, but 2.5 there is so hard. I need to see if it's like so hard, or if it's like I need to see exactly where it's at. Because now that I have context from like, is it like DDP Hibachi fucked? Is it like fucked that you can get through? Or is it like this shit is ending all of your runs? And I don't know yet. I gotta study more replays. Maho might go through the ear, but Schmuppers might recognize the name better. Yeah. Because Sorcerer Striker, it's not generic name, but it is almost to a generic name. So it's like, it's a weird balance where Sorcerer Striker you probably get instantly. You might see Maho Daisakusen, and you're probably thinking like Shin Megami or Great Maho. Are you talking about Mushi? No, not that. Or at least for English speakers. But Pro Gear 2 is on the list. You're between Pro Gear and Ketsui. I'm assuming Ketsui and Mote would be less painful for a 2-all. Just because you get a bunch of resources and bomb comparatively. And scoring Pro Gear first loop is hard. Like harder than doing a Ketsui without bombing 6 times. You need to try more shmups. There's a lot of them. I have a list of runs that I thought would be fun to make into videos. That list is over 200 runs. It's too big. You can die in Ketsui, that's why you went for it? Yeah, that's a big deal. First loops where you can't die, or games in like the second where you can't die. Those are horrifying. Other PC Engine shmups that would be cool? Nexer. Fucking awesome. Nexer is so good. Nexer Star Soldier, I should relearn my Gate of Thunder Shmup Slam route so I can make a video of it. Because I'm so proud of that run, and that run took over 100 hours to make. Like, I'm not even joking. That shit took so long. Other cool runs. I need to do B-Storm. Oh, it's one of the last few DDPs. I gotta do B-Storm. Fucking B-Storm. I told myself I want to do 10 Desires right after this game. That's Touhou 13. After this one, Touhou 12. Because we've done so many Touhous in a row. I wasn't ready to do 7 in a row. We need to do something else. And then I started labbing 10 Desires because it's like, I think this shit is just comfort food at this point. 10 Desires is so easy to lab. There's so many games, so many runs. I need a real Yagawa run. Bat Rider, Garaga, need something one of those. Guwange. Ken was showing me Guwange and showing me like a lot of details on how a lot of it works. I got inspiration for Guwange. There's so many games. So many that we keep getting through here. Mushi. I gotta do a Mushi Maniac video. We did the Mushi Maniac run. But I want to learn new things. I don't like learning things I've already learned. So I'm like, I should have made a video when that came out and like refined it. Same thing with I got the no miss on Mushi Futari original. And then just didn't do anything with it. And now I'd have to go relearn it. I'm like, ah. Oh, Muchi as in pork? One of the guys here just hit 110 mil in pork. Last time I got to see one of his runs that like just cleared 100, and now he's at like 110. Bat Rider is so good and pretty easy. I've actually technically cleared the simple mode in Bat Rider, the like first 5 stages. I've heard the second 2 are long, and that's where most of the like pain lies. But I have an extraordinarily powered route for Bat Rider. It's like unbelievably fucking good route. Like, extremely, extremely constructed. Yeah, chunky numbers. I've not done pork just because the Pearl video is so good for pork that I would want to do that one. And I wouldn't do a video on pork because he made the video already. It's kind of like I wouldn't do a Garriga video with the Golden Bat because everything is on Golden Bat. There's like Golden Bat's covered with good content. And what's it called? The Maho Dragon. Miyamoto is also covered by Pearl's Guide. So I would do like a Bornum run. It'd be like, here's, if you want to clear with Bornum, here's the safety strats for that. And there was a Icarus, like Plasma and them, a while ago. They covered an event that was a full Garriga event. And on day 2, they ran a survival Bornum run. That was like my favorite run ever. There's some adjustments I need to make because there's one slight pain in the cloud stage where it's like if you're slightly too much rank, you can't kill the big ships fast enough. And that route didn't want you to pick up a homing option. I might pick up the homing option anyway because the route reaches like Blackheart 1 with like 10%. It's like somewhere between 10 and 15. And then Blackheart 2, you're fighting at like 20 to 25. And then the final boss, you're fighting at like 30 or something. It's crazy. It's such a consistent route. And I'm like, if this is good enough for a live route for Bornum, like the only problem I'm finding with Bornum is like the stage 4 boss, whatever the mana ray big ass thing is that you don't have piercing for, and the stage 1 boss repeat on the cloud stage. Piercing makes that boss so much easier. That's why I've thought about just saying fuck it, I'll do Golden Bat, but there's Golden Bat stuff, and Bornum is also good for survival. He's not like capping yourself. Other cool runs, Shippu, Kingdom Grand Prix. I have a 2-all of the Kingdom Grand Prix version. I want to do a 2-all of the Maho version, of the Japanese version, Shippu. I'm trying to decide between Bornum and the tank guy, because the tank guy's like cool as fuck, even though he's not high tier. He basically routes the same as Miyamoto, and even with less execution, but with more jank, because your turret can function weird. I just freaked out for a second. I thought the chat thing here wasn't working. I didn't turn it on for the first bit of this stream. So those are options available. Yeah, lots of cool stuff. Oh yeah, speaking of Katsuya Mote, I think Mark is, or has he said he's gonna do it? Alright, you guys gotta keep a secret, okay? I think Mark's doing Katsuya Mote at Slam. So that'll be cool too. Get more emotes. Oh man, so many runs. This is the first time I've been like, there's so many runs, I don't know which one to do next. Axelay is what we'll stream next. Yeah, it should be cool. I got a sneak peek at some of he has some like despawns. Like, you know, stage 2, right after the mid boss, you have the helicopters, the 3 big helicopters on the left. And then they bleed into the next section, so you gotta deal with tanks and the choppers. Like, you can just pacifist that section, and like none of the other helicopters spawn. Like some stuff like that. Oh, I gotta show a funny thing. So I met up with some shmup people, and we're just fucking around in Ketsui 2-player. We just kept trying to do 2-player runs until we could beat the first loop with like 5 credits. And look at one of our runs. Look at what happened. This is the final boss. Can you see the health bar? I can't. I don't see no health bar. It literally, the magic pixel. We got it afterwards, but that shit is so funny. Dude, 2-player Ketsui works way better than you think it would. It's so fun. That shit's actually a blast. Man, good games. So that's the plan. Axel, I should make the Maho video. Uh, I would stream Axelay as the next. Oh, that's another thing. So for not how okay, so I did a beat 'em up stream the other day. I played King of Dragons. It's one of my favorite games, and it's my favorite arcade game. Period. We actually got a no mess with Cleric. I've like fucking crazy. I'm not even good at Cleric. I haven't played Cleric as much as like Fighter or whatever, but that had like more people care about that than I thought. So while the main videos and the main streams are always gonna be the shmup stuff, every once in a while I want to chuck in games I've always wanted to learn, but I've been too distracted. So like Contra Hardcore is a game we'd do at some point. I don't know if anybody cares. How is a 1cc of Mega Man X sound? I've never done a Mega Man. I put it in for the first time, trying to like learn it. And it seems like a really fast game to learn. Like the only problem is the goddamn arm power-up on that one stage where you gotta do the pixel perfect jump. That's the only problem I've seen. Well, I'm like, that might be a fun one. That's basically an arcade game. That shit's an hour long. We might do something like that, interspersed in between shmup runs. Yeah, super quick to learn. Especially, I'm fine with doing the robot weaknesses and just deleting them. Like the one guy who charges you and you just ice him over and over again and he's dead. But so like Axelay's option, random game there's the option. I have a Tekken tournament coming up. I don't really plan on competing that hard, so I just plan on like just I might just do one random ass stream just to try to remember how to play the game and then run over. Because I less care about competing nowadays. I just want to see some of the people there. So I'm like, oh, we go relearn some shit, even though the game is dire. Axelay. Should we multi-loop Axelay? I'll probably just learn the first loop and then we'll just see how far we can go. Because that game loops in difficulty. You have easy, normal, hard, very hard. The lower you start, you get more loops. So we would start from normal and then it puts you in hard after you beat the game and then very hard. I'll probably just learn the one. I bet Axelay would be a good candidate for a 1cc guide video. That would be a cool one. Too much cave. If you could pull up your playing Signy. Dude, if you actually play Signy, it would be a super blast. Like, I guarantee you Mark would instantly want to commentate Signy, and it would be like a really funny, it would be really fucking funny run. That would actually be like the highlight run of the event, if somebody plays Signy there. All right, anything else we got? I'm gonna, this weekend, try to make a Maho video. I'm gonna do Axelay. I basically have the initial route of everything done. I just gotta clean up, like, stage 4 and bosses and stuff. There'll probably be a Tekken stream soon, just as a one-off. Fuck it, we'll just turn this on and try to remember how to cheese people with Nina plus frames. And then, I don't know. I can finally make DFK video. I don't know. That's the stuff we're doing. Thanks, everybody, for popping in here. This was cool. I like doing the deep dive on here like we did that Dodonpachi time. I may not have a voice tomorrow, but I got to go through all the like little things in here, which was fun. This game's super fucking good, super fucking terrifying, but there's not going to be a Touhou game that's nearly as hard as this until maybe 20. Like, maybe 20. So it's like, I'm like, fuck it, we'll just go through this one. This one's a bit special. It's also really good. Anyway, good luck on all your runs. Good luck on Emote. Good luck on any other stuff you guys are working on. 20 with Moon is easy, no worries. Gotcha. All right, we should be pretty much in the clear for Touhou runs from now on. Like, this was the big bad gatekeeper, which I didn't mind it being the gatekeeper because I really like this game. So it's like getting this one being the one that we're more involved in was cool. Anyway, see you guys later. Thanks a bunch. This has been a blast.